Welcome to the people on board of Bvrclips. Remember to hit the like button coming through the door. Alright. Now we're going to begin this with a serious message from one of our freedom fighters here in Jamaica. A serious message from one of the advocates of the people, Andre Stevens from Partner Jar TV. Very, very serious message, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, genuine, unfiltered, powerful, Mr. Andre Stevens.
Good night. Good night. Good night, Jamaica. I'm just asking you to send me, Jamaica, some virtual prayers tonight, because there's so much happening in Jamaica, and to carry all of this news tonight will be overbearing. So I'm asking you all of Jamaica tonight. As we talk Jamaica, there's yet another missing woman. Another missing woman goes by the name of Saskia. She goes by the name Saskia Casey Wilson, and she has been missing from last week, Thursday. She was last seen heading home with her spouse. They lived together in the community of Ryan Park, Montego Bay. He stated that he left her at home after an argument. When he came home, she was gone, Jamaica. We have not heard from Saskia since. We are speculating that there are rumors that she is dead, but this is not true. Nobody was found by the family or the police. She's still missing, Jamaica. Please, please, please help the family of Saskia Wilson to find her tonight. The number to call is 568-3056. 568-3056. So if there's anyone out there who can assist in locating Saskia Wilson, tonight. To the boyfriend, you're under my radar. The boyfriend is under Partner Draw TV radar. The boyfriend who claims say, Courtney. The boyfriend who claims say it's an argument and he left her, and when he came back, there's something about it. I gather that the police has arrested him and have him in questioning. I gather Jamaica, the police have arrested him and have him in questioning. But we need to find Saskia tonight, Jamaica. We need to find Saskia tonight. So if anybody's out there who can assist in locating Saskia, please let us do it tonight. Please, Jamaica, let us do it tonight. As I speak about Saskia missing, there was a fatal road accident yesterday, including a 3-year-old. A fatal road accident, including a 3-year-old. Listen to this, Jamaica. Just listen to what really happened.
A man and a 3-year-old girl are dead following a crash on the Mapen to Williamsfield leg of Highway 2000 in Clarendon on Monday afternoon. The driver of a BMW X6 reportedly lost control of the vehicle and veered off the road into a cow pasture. The incident happened sometime after 2 p.m. The man and the child were flung from the vehicle. It's understood that the child was found nearly 40 feet from the wreckage. The man was discovered at another location, separate from both the car and the child. A woman who was also in the vehicle remained in critical condition. Leslie Hamilton, a representative from the Road Safety Unit, is urging motorists to travel within the speed limit.
This area is 80 miles per hour and exactly 80. Once you travel in that area, then you can be able to monitor your vehicle. Because this cause of speeding, that is the reason why we have this accident just now. And we just want the motorists to just cautious on the road.
In the meantime, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, is again urging citizens to refrain from speeding. He adds that stricter penalties will need to be implemented to curb the habit.
The situation which currently obtains, where people,
if you haven't exercised in years,
are speeding without any care whatsoever for their lives or the lives of others, resulting so far 219 deaths and 28 persons dying in July so far, which means that we are on track during the month of July to become the bloodiest month for the year so far.
Anthony Atkinson, TVJ News.
It's very sad, Jamaica, what has really happened to that loved one, that little girl, the 3-year-old, and her family member. But you see that road, Courtney, that highway road, a lot of motorists speed on it. And it's not just speed. A lot of those motorists have competition on that highway, where they speed. And then when these things happen in Jamaica, and when they go downhill, can you imagine? The little girl was thrown out. Serious swing that she gets, you know. Jamaica, somebody says a highway of death. It's not a highway of death, but many people go on that highway. Many people go on that highway and never survive because of what their intentions and targets are. You ever see them on the highway? About a competition, some of them high-end vehicle there. All of them in a competition, Jamaica. All of them in competition. Racing cars it. I am sure, Courtney. I am sure Jamaica is a race caused that to happen to that child and that man. I am sure Jamaica. I am sure. I will say it again, Courtney. I am pretty sure is racing cars, that vehicle, speeding car.
Now, my question is, ladies and gentlemen, why would you... Hey, Black Barbie, how you doing, sweetheart? Why would you race with a child in the car, a 3-year-old? Why would you do something like that? And I'm gonna sound very harsh when I say this, but if the child survived, I wouldn't feel so bad, you know. I wouldn't feel so bad. You know, I would not feel so bad. A child that potential is endless coming into this world. Do you guys realize how many of our kids we're losing? If it's not the hospitals unaliving the babies because of poor conditions and lack of equipment and lack of personnel, it's something else. Alright, so we have 97 people watching over by Bolo VNR 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly I'm asking you to hit the like button. All you have to do is double tap the screen with your fingers like TikTok, and that's how you hit the like button. If you are new to the platform, subscribe. Feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell and click all so you can. Neru, how you doing? Salute to you over there on Bolo Bvrclips. You know? But this is... Guys, you guys don't listen to the prophets. You guys don't listen to Mark Stewart and Pastor Peter Chambers and Pastor Shuttleworth and many others. You guys don't listen to them. There's a darkness over Jamaica, you know. When you go on the road, you have to pray 3 times before you leave your house. If you go long distance, pray 6. Right? If you go cross country, like you know, say you're a person with on the road every day, pray consistently, all when you drive. Because it doesn't have to be you, you know. Some madness, some mad person. It does take one moment of error to cause massive, colossal disaster on these roadways, especially when you're speeding. I tell you, I'm on John Star. I don't know. I don't know.
That vehicle. And when you think it is too much, you remember I said to you tonight, Jamaica, the news is so toxic. Me don't know how to hold it tonight. A 16-year-old, you know. A 16-year-old student. A young man, 16 years old, committed suicide. 16. A 16-year-old Jamaica. Producer, can you put it up? A 16-year-old. Look there. A lot of children out there suffering with childhood trauma. A lot of children out there suffering from childhood trauma. Because there's not enough caring individuals to sit and talk to them. Hopelessness has taken over the youth of Jamaica. Fear. Young people are turning to a life of suicide rather than a life of opportunities. Another young man. Can you imagine? He's just 16 years old. He's just 16 years old, Jamaica. He couldn't talk it through. He decided to pull the plug and take it. Jamaica. I can't do this. Hopelessness has taken over our children. Hopelessness has taken over our children. I wish somebody could lift. I need to play something to take me out of this. We need something. No, Jamaica. Thank you, Lord. There is a race that
I'm speechless. You know, like, I remember when I was going to school, I remember this song that we used to sing. I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality, and I'm learning, and I'm trying. Yo, I don't know. 16? I don't understand why Andre broke down last time. Because I didn't watch it from the start. I didn't see this. Alright, now me I fight it. Honestly, I fight it right now. You, them supposed to be rearing with life. Fearless. Enthusiastic. They're supposed to exert confidence. What could have caused a youth at 16? Where did it fall apart? What didn't the parents do? What didn't the system do? And it's so many unanswered questions because that child, that young man, maybe didn't get anybody to talk to, or didn't have anybody to confide in, or nobody didn't recognize that he needed somebody to talk to. And it happens to our children. Unfortunately, here in Jamaica, we are not that very empathetic and sympathetic. A lot of us, we're not that very caring. Jamaica can be harsh sometimes. Sassy 81, what you doing? Jamaica can be harsh. Jamaica can be tough. And everybody is not built the same. And we need to understand that some people is going to need our help. Some of our children, they're going to need our help. Not all the kids can grow tough. You understand? Some of them is gonna, and it's okay. They need to know that it's okay. You know, I remember my brother, when he was going to school. It was a time when, you know, if you wasn't like what they call quick in school, it's almost like you were, you know, parents would compare your children to other children. And as a youth, George B, how you doing? As a youth, you know, I quickly understood that that's not a nice feeling and parents shouldn't do that. I remember as a young man lambasting my mom anytime I heard even a whiff of comparison between me or my brother or my sister or any other member of the community that's a child compared to us, or me compared to them, or my brothers compared to them. And I said, as a young man, I said, my brother, everybody learn differently. He's gonna find his way. Everybody cannot be a doctor, you know? Everybody cannot be a nurse, you know? And you should not put them down for that. Everybody cannot be a lawyer. In our society, what we have to do is help them to find themselves in what they thrive at. So keep presenting them with the opportunities to grow, to see what they excel at, because everybody is unique. I'm only going here because I'm just wondering what happened. This is a youth going to school. What happened? You know how, like, if you make up your mind to take your life, yo, I don't think I'm going to be able to play the rest of this with Andre. I'm not telling you a lie. Because I feel the pressure. Because I'm now understanding why he broke down last night. Fully understanding why he broke down last night. This is a lot. From the young lady being missing. We have so much kids in Jamaica that's missing. You know how much children in Jamaica missing? And they never find them. Ever. I'm talking about ever. The hope of them finding them is like taking out finding one grain of sand. Literally trying to find one grain of sand. Every time I scroll through Instagram, Facebook, right, I see missing children on the JCF website, Jamaica Constabulary Force. I see missing women. I see missing men. The other day there was a 70-odd-year-old that raped his stepdaughter or daughter. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, there has to be some type of evil that is possessing these people. They must have opened the Pandora's box in Jamaica or something. Because none of this that is happening is normal. None of it is normal. And you know, I hear Pastor Peter Chambers say that Jamaica is going down Destruction Broad Road. And people are gonna say you should not politicize this. But we have a government that is legalizing Obia. We have a government that was in St. Ann and there was a man there with a goat head with blood on it, or what appeared to be blood. We have Bvrclips on a table with 500 and odd candle, almost 1,000 candle. I was watching a video when they were celebrating I don't know what them call that. A farewell to Siaga. Be a Poco business. Be a Obia business. Right? I remember last year I watched a show, that video with a young man and his mother bring him to the church and the pastor said, is either you choose God or you choose the gathering. And you choose the gathering. I am more and more convinced that God have to put his foot in Jamaica and clean up Jamaica. Jamaica has to be, Jamaica have to baptize. Jamaica have to baptize. Jamaica cannot, we cannot, a change of government alone can't do this. Right? You have the churches them will sell out. Secretly are sodomites. Some of the pastor them. And they are sodomizing young men. It's like we forget the pledge. The pledge said that so Jamaica may under God, not the devil. So that Jamaica may under God, increase in beauty, fellowship and prosperity, so that she can play her part in the welfare of the advancement of the whole human race. Jamaica is ugly right now. Jamaica is not beautiful. Jamaica is not prosperous. These are some of the darkest days in our history. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, economically, politically. Exactly, manly heights. We shouldn't even be holding this. But you see, Revelations tell you, you know. Revelations is one of the first book I read when I started to read the Bible. I read the Bible back way. I read the Revelations first. Because I was told that this is the time we're living in. So I said, you know what, let me get acquainted with the time that we're living in. Judith, how you doing? Pick up yourself, Derek. No, but it tell you about the churches being judged. It tell you about the churches turning away God's people from God. It tell you about only a few of those churches were not infiltrated by the devil. It tell you, Revelations tell you about that. I'm really concerned about the country. And to all Jamaican people stubborn, to all a lot of these people still have the skills over them eyes. I don't even know. A lot of them is gonna perish, unfortunately. When God put him foot in a Jamaica. A lot of them is gonna perish. Me can't do this. Me can't do this. I'm sorry. I have to move on from the topic of this. Me can't play no more this video. Yeah, me not go pull through. Me not go pull through at all. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. We'll move on to the next topic. I'm gonna pray for Andre Stevens. Pray for him. Pray for our brother. Because I know that he receives a lot of calls, a lot of texts from people that is going through it. A whole heap of things in my hole. And because he's not a heartless person, it is going to take a toll on him. It's like we can't get a break. You don't notice? It's like we cannot get a break. We cannot get a break. Cannot get a break. Cannot get a break. Wow. Just move on here. Let me know what you think. John. Ryan Campbell, how you doing, my brother? Salute to you, bro. I have a lot to cover, so I'm gonna move fast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, couple things I have to cover in this next part. A couple news article and thing. Alright?
We need
Couple news article and thing. Alright?
Morning.
We got Mr. Wayne Wilson. Alright. I have to use that phone there because every time I go on there's a couple articles in the newspaper I have to cover. Alright. We have in the Gleaner. So let me go there. Ladies and gentlemen. Let me go there. Wow. Them type of something that just sap your energy, you know? Alright, it says here, People's National Party caretaker for St. Thomas West, Hubert Williams, is to appear in the St. Thomas Parish Court on August 13, along with 3 other PMP activists in relation to charges of assault and obstruction arising from alleged altercation with the police in Danvers, Penn last Friday. The former mayor said he was served 2 summons during a meeting called by the police with political candidates on Monday. Now, that's one story. But before I go there, there's another story. "40 cops charged since 2024 following Indicom probes." Can you imagine if they did have body-worn cameras? That would be 300 cops charged. Trust and believe that. That's my opinion. Anyway, Okay? That's my opinion. Now, Mr. Abelfield, PMP councillor for the Belfield division in Manchester, Mario Mitchell, says unsavory comments posted from his account on social media platform X were published by a member of his team without his review or approval. The comments on Monday were made in response to a question regarding drains on the road project reportedly spearheaded by Mitchell in his division. I don't know what those comments are, but I'm going to go to the article, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. Because I'm not finding, the article's not opening up when I click the link on Facebook. So I have to go on my phone and read here. Please bear with me. And one of my phone, I told you, one of my phone is down. My main phone is down. So that's why I'm even live on my computer. Because I really stopped using my computer to go live. But anyway, enough about that. Let me open up this article real quick. It says here that, yeah, the comments on Monday were made in response to a question regarding drains on the road project reportedly spearheaded by Mitchell in his division. Mitchell responded with check your mother, followed by an insult laced with sexual innuendos. A second comment in defense of his response also contained a popular Jamaican insult in relations to a person's mother. A spokesperson for the Jamaica Labour Party, Venetia Phillips, issued a condemnation of Mitchell's utterances. For Councillor Mitchell to make such an obscene post is disrespectful to every single Jamaican, including mothers. Additionally, for Mitchell to tell Jamaicans that the drains are deep and wide like their mothers is a despicable comment for which he should be disciplined, she said. She added not only did Councillor decide not to respond appropriately to reasonable inquiries about the purported use of state funds on a road and the absence of adequate drainage provisions, he sought to disrespect every single Jamaican and their mothers by using a most vile insult. Phillips also called out PMP President Mark Roden and PMP's Women's Movement for their silence on the matter. In a later post, Mitchell said, I take full responsibility for the content posted in my name, describing the comments as deeply inappropriate. He said the individual who made the post has been suspended and that he was reviewing all internal protocols to ensure that the incident does not reoccur. I unreservedly apologize to all who were offended. The remarks do not reflect my values, my principles, or the professional standards I strive to uphold. Respectful dialogue, especially in the public space, must remain a priority. Now, Mitchell, what's your name? Mitchell Charles. Mitchell Charles, I hope you remember these same things you're saying, which I agree with. I agree that public utterances of that nature should be condemned. And since as you are now the standard bearer, Mitchell Charles, you see anytime any of your colleagues in your government violate in that manner, I hope that you are the first and the loudest to chant. And let me be the loudest to say, I condemn those acts. You know who I get the most SYM from? The Labour right there on my platform. There are so many restricted messages that cannot be posted on my... I could show you them. YouTube restricts them. Some of the things that the Labourites say, because they disagree with my point of view, is ridiculous. And, you know, I agree with you. Telling somebody about their mother is really violating all the mothers. Again, Mitchell Charles, I hope that you remember that. Because, you see, it's not going to be the first or the last that the members of your party is going to publicly use colorful words and use it on purpose too. The most nastiest thing come out of their mouth. But you know, Mr. Mario Mitchell, you know, he already told us, and this is something that most people do. They have somebody dealing with their their social media pages. What I would say in this season and moving forward, to not just Mario Mitchell, but all of the PNP representatives, please screen the people that you are using to deal with your social media post. Please properly screen them. All right, because they have to have certain level of professionalism. They cannot personalize the account as if it's their account. I understand that there's human error and it can happen, but yeah, given what the narratives that the JLP is trying to push out there, yeah, we have to walk on eggshells. You're trying to paint the People's National Party as aggressive and like they want to start a war and whatever. We had Daryl Vaz try to convince the people that, oh, you know, the shooting that happened was, he made insinuations that it's they and them desperate. Then try to walk it back and tell us that he didn't call the PNP name. But we are not stupid, we are not idiots. Well, let me know what you guys think about that situation. Is the PNP coming under attack? Are they attacking the PNP? You know, is my question when I look at this situation. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw this, PNP caretaker in St. Thomas charged with assault arising from alleged altercation with the police. Why the police them can't, like, the police them, why the police then love altercation with it? Aren't you guys supposed to be peace officers? You know, is it possible that the police in Jamaica are a little bit too aggressive, some of them? Is it possible that they are also operating unprofessionally? Much like that person that was working for Mr. Mario Mitchell. That individual seems as if they, you know, got out of character and got unprofessional. Forgot that they're at work and personalized a conversation on the man platform. Is it possible that the police, some of the police, is doing this same thing? I don't know. But let's read this article, ladies and gentlemen. You will tell me what you think about that. Let's read this article. Here we go. Alright, so according to this, it says PNP caretaker for St. Thomas, Bvrclips, is to appear in the St. Thomas Parish Court on August 13 along with 3 other PNP activists in relation to charges of assault and obstruction arising in an alleged altercation with the police in Danvapen. Last Friday, the former mayor said he was served with 2 summons during a meeting called by the police with the political candidates on Monday. It's interesting. I want to see the same energy when the police is going for the JLP. I want to see the same energy. At a council meeting, at a political meeting. So is it possible that this is coordinated effort to try and embarrass and put, you know, the PNP coastline in a bad light? Is it possible? I'm just asking. According to him, he was not provided with details about the circumstances from which the charges arise. Really? I am trying to know when that incident occurred because I never committed on that act, so I don't know when that incident occurred. Wow! I didn't touch anybody. I didn't use any derogatory words at any time to a police officer. So I need to understand when I assaulted anyone. Denying the alleged assault, he surmised that the charges stem from his efforts to intervene in an incident in which a man said to be mentally ill was allegedly being assaulted by the police. Oh, I believe if you are going to touch somebody, you are going to have to touch them. He said, I didn't touch anyone. He continued, added that there is video evidence that will vindicate him of any wrongdoing. According to Williams, he witnessed a police officer beating a man said to be of unsound mind and approached them out of concern. He further stated that the officers were present. The two officers were present. One acted professionally while the other was allegedly beating the man. The PNP candidate added that he simply said to the officer, control the situation. But the officer continued beating the man even after bystanders arrived and shared that the individual had mental health challenges. Even the mentally ill in Jamaica is not safe under this government. Mighty God. Williams said he is looking forward to his day in court to clear his name, claiming that the charges are politically motivated. I believe so as well, sir. Operations Officer for the Parish Deputy Superintendent Michael Campbell confirmed that Williams had been summoned to appear in court in relation to an alleged altercation involving police, but declined to share further details. You see how them stay? You see how them stay? Anyway, let we hear from Father Lonesome about that one. Yeah, man. Make we hear about Father Lonesome, from Father Lonesome about that one. Right pony that. Right pony that. Perfect.
He's charging. And one bag of foolishness, right? But you see police charging. Let me show you this. So I farm here. Right? He might run against the Robertson. I'm never asking the police this. This alone has shown up against the whole of Jamaica now. No piece of shit, you know. Right? So this is the opponent of gender Robertson. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. I know the PNP, everybody I look now, you know. Everybody has it, you know, no piece of shit, you know. Can not find a jug is too. Yeah, not find a jug is a mix up. Now you have an opponent. And you see politics are going. You see politics are going. You draw half man off for the people, them motorcade are beating. See me, I look at people. PNP caretaker and sent them as charged with assault, arising from alleged altercation with police. All the man I do, I tell you, say this wrong. And you take the man and say, you charge the man. No, you charge. You charge at the election run, so you charge the future member of parliament. You've done in a policing. Yes, you've done in a policing, man. Yeah, you know, use labor right thing. You, Michael Campbell, and you send out the car for him like a idiot, and you want to charge the man. So when I put up something now, I'll show you say them are shit, you know. I'll show you say them are shit. Look how I put up with you now, right? So we call the German, the car name, we call the German charge this man. The man not tell them about word. The man not when charging for yourself food garbage. You see, it's a candidate, this and you put yourself there. And James, them have a tape, brother. Go listen for your advice, that brother. I say you set the trap on them fall the night. Them take off a man and sound mind, and the people them thing, and I beat him. Them go over and say, no, this wrong man and sound mind, and you charge them. That's a Friday again, you know. You charge him and you charge the candidate, the council candidate, PNP council candidate that has undecided. You charge that too. And I can't push it. Yes, Campbell do it. Michael Campbell. So, and this guy take it up, you charge people like, oh, we can't do this. You don't overstep the powers and overuse nothing and come up with a big. You have to come out of the force. You have to. I have to look at everything we want to do. I want to get some charges. The place have to clean up. You can't have insect like Una go on and do these things. You can't bring the wrong charges. You have to get it. Look here. When you have to charge, Amanya, last year, look on these people. These are the JP council caretaker at the time. These are the same guy, James Roberts, right? Look on this. In Ghana, the man you have to buy vote to the people. Look here. See your cut money here. Look here. See the man I come to in there. What am I wrong? Sing on there. In a clear sight. In a clear sight from you, rush up and go into the man place. The man from there defend him and you run him down with a gun. In his own place. He might cover him like that illegal position of firearm. Same like how the man beat up the nurse. And have him gun, same thing, not different. This guy never get charged, stay on, them thief the election by the election, and my counselor right now. My JP counselor. Him thief Sandy Solid.
Whoa, we need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament, shift the election, shift everything.
Oh, you can hear me. You know, say, me see Mr. Lonesome play that video before, but he never did really register to me away, must say, till right a while ago. So that was an illegal possession of firearm, man upon him property. All of this caught pan camera. Run him down with a gun. Look on him JLP shirt. So I saw the money operate. And him a counselor now. Jamaica. When see say we in a trouble though. When see say we all have to ball out to you most side. For deliverance from this evil that is on this land. Let's continue.
A piece of shit. Simple there. But these police never charge him. You see what him do? Let me show you what him do. See what him do, yeah? So, you shoot the man. When family come to rescue, you back your gun pan him. Then by now, robbing you get another in the man place, man. And the man come to you and get up and thump the man in his face. Man knock you back and you draw your gun. And you run down there, man. James just go there and then take a picture. Me talk to the man, you know. Me talk to him. Can remember me know the whole place and know him, man. Him say him afraid in life. Afraid for the police, them afraid for the man, them what him have. And him don't need to press charges because from police to this. If the man did dead, you don't press charges neither. You don't need for the man say me not press charges. But this is how them work. Nobody touch nobody and you get up now you charge a caretaker. Or one get James. You think that look good piece of shit? You send go charge them. And I use a piece of shit so my car probably I get the costume. You have come out of the force, brother. Election soon card. You have to get this, you know. Remember, me, I push this. The two of you shit. Me, I put, listen, we identify when we don't settle down already. Uno have to, and we investigate some things on too. Yes. Because we are watching campaign, you know. Uno shit. So uno no police. Yeah. Them should have get charged. But no, you leave no go charge. Ryan. You got charge the caretaker now. You got charge James Roberts' opponent. You move with this. Or them a beat the man. You see this? Savagely. Right? Yes. So you beat the man savagely. And what you do now? Me stop this. Yeah, you beat the man savagely. And them low you in the race. No, James, them have a tape. I'm going to listen to the tape. And this is for your advice, stop on the tape. Where you say you set it up and them falling in your trap Friday. And you say, oh, you set it. You didn't want them go to jail. Police lock up Ryan, the farmer mayor. So them get him out. And them are want this and this and they say you want to send she. When it's about one of the woman prison. Where you last her. Yes? This is your plan. Ain't that name dirty politics? And you have some police I run with this. Eh? I run with this foolishness up there, so the soup up there. When your Michael can be your JP operative.
Help. We hear the ladder.
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
No, them talk to him, you know. And them supposed to meet with him. Fair. Them to talk to him. Him say not meet with them because Michelle Charles not there. Them don't have a meet, Michelle Charles not there. Then when them go back to him now, him keep the meeting already with Michelle. He not keep the meeting because Michelle Charles not there. He not keep the meeting. But yes, them keep a meeting with she. And when them go to them alone by themselves, she gone already, same keep it to that and that. This is what the police are do. You're going in a politics. Politics will crush you. I want to make sure you come out. You are one of the operatives that make Jamaica, but it's a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Michael can be you me a talk to. So, I remember no phone, I get rid of the phone up there because you know, I be a junkies, be a criminal, be a JP operative. And
Not my word. Not my word. Not my word. You hear from the man himself, the man in the wilderness. Wow. And this confirms what I suspected. When I saw this story, I said, this look like a setup. No, for real, when I saw this story, I said, this looks like a setup. You're telling me that all of a sudden, Mr. Williams, Hubert Williams, assault police, Hubert Williams, only listen to Hubert Williams. Hubert Williams sound like somebody who know sense. Hubert Williams sound like somebody who don't know the law. Hubert Williams sound like somebody we had dopey bat to walk one in Jamaica. Remember, say Hubert Williams come out and expose the dirtiness of that guy, you know. A St. Thomas them there. Until them clean up St. Thomas, I will never set foot in St. Thomas. Because if I them thing I go on a St. Thomas with dirty police and dirty superintendent, according to Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Not my word. Right? And then the man say, there's a voice note of James Robertson. I say, him set them up and him they want him to go to jail or some shit. Allegedly. Not my word. Listen to me, man. Jamaica, we need God's intervention. I'm telling you. God is the only entity powerful enough to take down these domestic terrorists that is here in this country. All our domestic terrorists them. Why do I call them domestic terrorists? If you are a politician and you're corrupt against the people of Jamaica, you're a domestic terrorist. If you are a policeman, a soldier, anybody in a power and authority that is working against Jamaican people, you are a domestic terrorist. If you're unaliving innocent youths when you should be protecting them in Jamaica, you are a domestic terrorist. if you are criminal, if you are trying to set up people, law-abiding citizens, for them to have a rap sheet, you are a domestic terrorist. If you are playing dirty politics and trying to incite a war between the Jamaican people of both political sides in an area that is volatile to that and past that years ago, you are a domestic terrorist. These people are past criminals. They are domestic terrorists. Let me know what you guys think about that story in the comment section. Moving along. My ticker. Can't make this up. No one have to bear with me, no people. No have to bear with me. Alright? Because, yo, you know how much work me do last night? Yo, man, tell us, man, I barely get no sleep. Me up last night. First, I was talking to my bununus.
The following is brought to you by the People's National.
And then, I'm talking to my bununus about 2 hours. Watch how Sassy I go pop up in our chat right now in our comment section. Wanna watch how Sassy they in the bush and watch me. And as soon as me say, me talk to my bununus. She can't go help herself now, she have got time. She go ball out and laughter. Watch. Remember somebody telling me, you know. Just remember somebody telling me. Alright. Let me see where I want to begin, ladies and gentlemen, because Mystic Sensation, my God. You guys have to go and check out this live stream. I'm telling you. It was fire from the beginning to the end. The callers, everybody. You know, it was truly something last night. Oh, I just remembered. There's a couple things I need to highlight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let me just highlight this, a few things. First of all, I'm not going to go into it too deep, but I see 911 with that video about 119 in name. I see 119 with that video about Nikisha Bvrclips. Yes, I see with that video about Nikisha Bvrclips. Oh, here it is.
Jamaica's heck.
Alright. So, breaking news. The mold PMP Bvrclips pushes back against patriarchal politics. I think, what's that? Is that nationwide? Let me see if I can find that. Breaking news. Let me find it. Because this is a conversation we have to go off in all honesty. Breaking news. PMP Bvrclips. Alright, Jamaica Observer, Nikisha Bvrclips, the People's National Party. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Nikisha Bvrclips, the People's National Party caretaker for St. James, is challenging long-held ideas about what a politician should look like, and more importantly, what leadership should sound and act like. Reflecting on her political journey, Bvrclips said that while appearance continues to influence voters' perception, especially for women, it is time to move past outdated expectations rooted in patriarchal and aesthetic over ability. When I launched my campaign for St. James South, the first feedback I received wasn't about my plans for roads, waters, schools, or land titling. It was about my body, said Burchell. Not my record, not my qualifications, not the fact that I studied at the University of the West Indies and the London School of Economics, but my hips, my lips, my clothes, my curves, my image, said she continued. Nothing that Jamaican politics noting that Jamaican politics remains a man's world, Burchell said. Women are expected to minimize their femininity to be taken seriously. I also, when she said minimize her femininity, she probably means that she have to cover up her figure and her curves. I also know what it feels like to be targeted by people who can't handle change. When I was first attacked publicly about my body, it wasn't just random gossip, it was political. They attempted to reduce me to body parts. Wow. But I didn't ask for an apology. I didn't respond with outrage because I'm not here for validation. Not from men whose best ideas expired 2 decades ago. These same men are the ones who openly praise or pursue light-skinned, slimmer women who wear shorter skirts and tighter jeans than I ever do. So the issue was never modesty. It was audacity. The audacity of a woman who looks like me, talks like me, stands tall in her full self without shrinking for their comfort, Burchell said. The PMP candidate shared that the hyper fixation on her looks even extended to her inner circle, who often encourage her to mirror the status quo. Even people close to me wanted to protect me from caustic political world, advised me to dress more seriously. They said things like, you're going to have to wear more serious clothes or tone it down. You look more like a politician. But I reject the idea that leadership must come wrapped in grey suits, a flat tone, and a shrunken self, Burchell said. She explained that her reason for entering into representational politics was directly related to the fact that many of the politicians sitting in Garden House are out of touch with the lived experience of many Jamaicans. This campaign is not about body politics. I am not here to launch a body positive movement. I am here because the people of St. James South deserves a representative who will fix what's broken, she said. On roads, our roads are falling apart. Our communities need reliable water supply. Our farms lack access to markets. Our youth need space to learn, plan and dream. Our women need real access to land titles and business support, and our entire region deserves investment in schools, clinics, proper housing, and restoration of our rich heritage, including places like Flagstaff and the legacy of national hero Sam Sharp. She continued. Burchell argued that traits considered feminine have value in the political arena and can truly push Jamaica forward, particularly in the area of economic growth. I agree. I don't hide my femininity because I know what it offers, and it is in this way I am deeply connected to the women I aspire to represent. Women who sell wigs, lashes, skincare products, women who use zip mail to send their goods across the island, women who want to register their business but can't afford the trip to Kingston or find functional parish office, Bvrclips said. These women are entrepreneurs, contributors, creators, but they are excluded from the formal economy because of a system that still refuses to evolve. That's why I entered politics, not to play pretend it's a man's world, but to change the rules entirely. Oh, okay. Okay. So, oh man, this is tough, man. It's tough because to me, it's like there's a war against genders are at war. Why we can't just coexist and work together? Can we do that? Why have to be one over the other? Because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of the tone from educated women is as if they want to put down men and have them under their feet. But at the same time, there's men that is protecting them and standing up for them. You know? And I'm like, it's kind of a touchy situation. You know what I mean? And I'm all for what she's doing for those women that and people that are not a part of the formal economy, right? Yeah, we need transformation, we need evolution in those areas, you know. And personally, you cannot change who you are in terms of your body, Miss Nikita Bvrclips. And I cannot begin to to understand what is it that you're feeling because you're feeling it. But I will tell you this. We live in a cold world. You understand? And I have to admit, I am impressed with your plans. I am impressed with all of that. But I also look at you physically. And I like what I see. As a man, I'm a man. And I like women. And you're beautiful, you're sexy. You understand? And you're curvy, and all of those things are a part of you. That's not everything you are, you know, but it is a part of you. And we have to remember that men, this is the first thing we see, and also women too. Because if I am a man that go to the gym and I have abs and everything, who not gonna look for me? Let's keep it real. Even if you don't say it, you're gonna go, oh, that boy is fine. So listen, can we all agree that you are fine and men are gonna look at you? In the political space, they are, even if they don't say anything. As long as they are professional and they don't come at you, fine. When it comes to people taking you seriously, all they have to do is continue doing the work and doing what you're doing. Because I take you very seriously in terms of the work that you're doing personally. The office that you open down there, the plans that you have, you know what I mean, the way you articulate yourself. And I am glad that you started to stick it to the Prime Minister. I'm talking to Mr. Keisha Bvrclips right now. I'm glad you stuck it to the Prime Minister and brought that fact-checking thing that you do those episodes. I absolutely love it. In terms of how you want to dress, listen, there's pros and cons to everything. Dress how you want to dress. Feel free to express yourself the way. But men are going to look. They are going to look. It is what it is, Miss Nikita Bvrclips. And that goes for every woman out there. They are going to look. They're going to look. Their mind is going to go into that imaginary. Oh my God. They are going to, you cannot stop people from doing that. Listen, there's things in life we can control and there's things we cannot. And I'm sure you know this. And this is not really for Miss Nikita Bvrclips because based on what I've read, she understands this. She's not here about body politics or whatever. But for the other women out there, I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do about it. You cannot force people to not desire you. Alright? There's something that nature put in us to desire you. If you're visibly appealing, we are going to desire you. Especially if you're not Christian and you're living out there in the world. It's going to be 100 times full. It is what it is. And I'm telling you, that will not change. Unless all I man them turn part of the other community. As long as they're heterosexuals, you're a beautiful woman. There's a lot of beautiful women out there. And I'll see her. I'll my phone nearly drop. See her. And there's a lot of appealing women out there. Alright? And it is what it is. You know, I understand in certain countries, you know, they have certain things in place that I think is a little bit too much. A little bit too much. But, you know, I just want you guys to be fair in the law, because I was looking at a video the other day and there was this athlete guy. And, you know, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show you what I mean, because the world is so unfair and the world is not level. I'm going to show you what I mean. What's this guy's name again? Damn. Oh, I know where I can find it. I had liked the video, so I can find it. Your activities, likes. I want to show you guys this video where these females was. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Did I feel that?
So I want to pose a question without getting too many people upset. Are we as men conditioned to believe that this kind of behavior is okay when done to us? I can't speak for everybody, but I want to say I believe a good majority of men wouldn't mind and would allow a woman to do this with no consequences. But us as men, we know we can't do that because we know what comes from that. And point blank period, you just can't be touching people without consent. But I've seen plenty videos like this, and men don't do anything. They look, laugh, and enjoy. So are we broken as men? Have we been mentally ninja to believe that it's okay if they do this to us? They're women. Respectfully, of course.
He's so fine and divine. Look at him. Did I feel that?
So I want to pose a question without
If you as a man was to do that to a woman, rub down her breast, you don't know her. This man looks like he's an athlete, right? And she saw him and said, oh, he's just so fine. And she just has to touch him and feel on him. You know, you would go to prison. Is the society, in terms of the law, as stringent and takes it as seriously when a woman touches a man like that versus when a man touches a woman? So I'm telling you, men are gonna look. Men are gonna look, guys. Men are gonna look. You know. And I just believe that if they're not touching the person, you know, yeah. But that's my take on it. Can't control that. Well, let's listen to Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell here. I have some other things to cover on this one right here, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to Mr. Campbell's message to Daryl Vaz.
Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party. The PNP strongly condemns Minister Daryl Vaz's reckless statements at yesterday's JLP meeting in central Kingston. Shots were heard, but the police confirmed this was not politically motivated. Yet, Minister Vaz irresponsibly attributed political motives without evidence. This is dangerous rhetoric, inflammatory. It risks inciting reprisal and destabilizing vulnerable communities. Therefore, we've reported Minister Vaz to the political ombudsman. His conduct breaches standards of peace and fairness. It undermines our democracy. We demand Minister Vaz retract his comments immediately and reflect on his repeated use of threatening gestures. To all leaders, exercise integrity. The PNP remains committed to peaceful politics. We will protect Jamaica from fear-mongering and division. Thank you.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
So, we not hear Daryl Vaz apologize all now for that. All now we not hear about that. Not true. We not hear him apologize all now. All know my people. What I'm going to say? Something, right? Something is not right. It look like my computer freeze up something. Alright, what this say? If every constituency and okay, let me just play this.
Ready to heal. Business people grow on every issue. The People's National Party has assembled the strongest, most diverse slate of candidates in a generation. From doctors ready to heal our broken health system, to educators building a smarter Jamaica, business people growing the economy, legal minds defending justice, and community advocates speaking truth to power. This is a team chosen for competence, compassion, and commitment. Led by Mark Golding, a good man with a good plan. This is not politics as usual. This is the team to rescue Jamaica, rebuild our future, and restore pride in leadership. Jamaica, time come. In every
Yes, let's get to this one.
Hello, I'm Andrea Purkis, the People's National Party candidate for Eastern Hanover. I'm running because the people of Eastern Hanover deserve better representation. Water is top priority. I will upgrade booster stations, expand pipelines, ensuring clean, consistent water. I will reopen community centers and reintroduce youth clubs, training and sports programs that uplift and empower our young people. The plan is practical, people-focused. Eastern Hanover, time come. Jamaica, time come for a better life.
Clearly, so hear me.
Opposition spokesperson on housing and sustainable living. I want to take this opportunity to really dismiss the claim by the Prime Minister that he and his administration has achieved the housing target for 70,000 houses. And I see it as an act of deception and a barefaced lie, because in 2023, the Prime Minister, in a publication on the Jamaica Information Service website, indicated that the National Housing Trust was going to be delivering 43,000 of these houses, and the HAJ, Housing Agency of Jamaica, 15,000 houses. That would mean 58,000 houses would be accounted for from those state agencies. We don't know who would have delivered the remaining 12,000. But in that said publication, the Prime Minister indicated that the NHT had 35,000 of those units at different stages, and the other 8,000, they would figure out how to deal with those. This was 2023. And since then, we have seen various other publications, including the annual reports of the NHT that has come to the Parliament, and the fiscal policy paper that has been published by his administration this year. And there is no way that we would have seen the completion of those 70,000 houses between 2023 and now, bearing in mind that for the past 10 years, on average, the NHT has just been putting out just over 2,000 houses in the market. And if the NHT was to achieve or surpass the target as claimed by the Prime Minister from 2023, it means that the NHT would have to be taken to market 21,500 houses on an annual basis from 2023 when he made the declaration. So we view it as an act of deception, because obviously the Prime Minister is coming under pressure from the transformative and visionary policies of the People's National Party as articulated by myself and the leader of the opposition, Mr. Mark Golding, that we are going to be building 50,000 houses, and those 50,000 houses, individuals are not going to be paying for the land portion of the housing cost. And that is gaining traction and resonance with the people. And so the Prime Minister has to respond. And in responding, he has engaged in what I regard as acts of deception, because there is no way that those houses that he spoke about in 2023 and as promised from as far back as 2016 could be realized in that short time. And we want the Prime Minister to come clean with these numbers. We want him to reconcile all the numbers that he has been putting out in his various presentations, and also in the publications from the National Housing Trust annual report and the fiscal policy paper that has been tabled in the Parliament, because they do not match up with what the Prime Minister is claiming.
All the blind man can see say, you're liar. That body, man. That is so bad. Big up Professor Senator Floyd Morris. Even the blind, Andrew, the visually impaired, can see say you're liar. Me I go play that again, you know. I want to listen to the reason, you know. Lorraine, how you doing? Black Barbie, big up yourself, Ryan Campbell. Nero. Everybody on the live. Sassy. 81 and Sassy D. I say me know say Sassy D in the background, you know. And me know say when me go talk about Bono, you know, see ears go so. Think me no know you? You're my girl, man. You alright. Let's continue. Make we hear what man I say again here, man.
I'm Professor Floyd Morris, and the opposition spokesperson on housing and sustainable living. I want to take this opportunity to really dismiss the claim by the Prime Minister that he and his administration has achieved the housing target for 70,000 houses. And I see it as an act of deception and a barefaced lie, because in 2023, the Prime Minister, in a publication on the Jamaica Information Service website, indicated that the National Housing Trust was going to be delivering 43,000 of these houses, and the HAJ, Housing Agency of Jamaica, 15,000 houses. That would mean 58,000 houses would be accounted for from those state agencies. We don't know who would have delivered the remaining 12,000. But in that said publication, the Prime Minister indicated that the NHT had 35,000 of those units at different stages, and the other 8,000, they would figure out how to deal with those. This was 2023. And since then, we have seen various other publications, including the annual reports of the NHT that has come to the Parliament, and the fiscal policy paper that has been published by his administration this year. And there is no way that we would have seen the completion of those 70,000 houses between 2023 and now, bearing in mind that for the past 10 years, on average, the NHT has just been putting out just over 2,000 houses in the market. And if the NHT was to achieve or surpass the target as claimed by the Prime Minister from 2023, it means that the NHT would have to be taking to market 21,500 houses on an annual basis from 2023 when he made the declaration. So we view it as an act of deception, because obviously the Prime Minister is coming under pressure from the transformative and visionary policies of the People's National Party, as articulated by myself and the leader of the opposition, Mr. Mark Golding, that we are going to be building 50,000 houses, and those 50,000 houses, individuals are not going to be paying for the land portion of
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
the housing cost. And that is gaining traction and resonance with the people. And so the Prime Minister has to respond. And in responding, he has engaged in what I regard as acts of deception, because there is no way that those houses that he spoke about in 2023 and as promised from as far back as 2016 could be realized in that short time. And we want the Prime Minister to come clean with these numbers. We want him to reconcile all the numbers that he has been putting out in his various presentations, and also in the publications from the National Housing Trust annual report and the fiscal policy paper that has been tabled in the Parliament, because they do not match up with what the Prime Minister is claiming.
Your life sad in a Bridget. All the blind man a catch you in the act of lying to blouse and skirt. Brother, you don't look good. No time for Daryl Vaza now. Cause a full spectrum. Oh, by the way, let me say this. When it comes to Miss Nikisha Burchell, I have a lot of love and respect for all the women. Right? And as long as I really don't look at gender outside of being a heterosexual and to say looking for a spouse. When it comes to business, when it comes to work, if you're qualified and you can do the job, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. So, I admire her for more than one reason. But if she's truly uncomfortable with, not that I'm in her personal space, but I want to say this. If I was in her personal space and she's truly uncomfortable with, like, you know, as a man admiring her curves and whatever, and those things, I'd probably just try to not be around her. You know what I'm saying? If I see a woman and it's just to respect how she feel, why I wouldn't be around her? Because I don't want her to be uncomfortable. You know? Because if a woman has beautiful hair, listen, I'm like, man, listen, you got beautiful hair. Wow. You got lovely eyes. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking to a lady, you can admire certain things and not say it to her, but you are seeing it and admiring it. She might catch you seeing it, you know them way there. So I don't know if those things make her uncomfortable. But I wouldn't want to make anybody uncomfortable because I wouldn't want anybody to make me uncomfortable. You feel me? Mary Lizzie, what's up? So I just wanted to say that because I really like Miss Bvrclips, man. I really like her in terms of her standing for her people and her passion, her drive to serve and all of that. I really like her. And I like that she's Christian too. I never knew that she was just in conservative. Or maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe she's just in conservative because I thought she was just in conservative because she's Christian. And she's just blessed with a nice body. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, that's dope. You know, she's gonna make a excellent wife. You know, if she's not already a wife. But hey, enough about that. Let's go to Daryl Vaz. Energy! Energy Minister, Mr. Paulwell. Hear this.
The Minister of Energy is just realizing how unbearable the high price of electricity has been for the consumer and for those doing business in Jamaica. This situation has been going on for 9 years. The price of electricity in 2016 was about 23 cents US. Today, it is over 40 US cents per kilowatt hour. And it is the same JPS license that operated then when the price was that low that is still in effect today. But if the minister believes that the JPS license is the reason for the high price, why doesn't the minister deal with the JPS license now? Why wait for 2 more years? In fact, there are precedents for adjusting of licenses. I did it 40 years before the telecommunications license was to expire. And both the JLP government and the PNP government have amended the JPS license from time to time. In fact, in 2016, I amended it to allow for the introduction of liquefied natural gas and also to effect changes to street lighting so that we can use more energy efficient bulbs. So, Minister, why not deal with the high price of electricity now? Why are you electioneering on this matter, which is so crucial to the future of our development? One of the main reasons why this government cannot call an election now is because of the high cost of living. And that is driven largely by the high price of electricity in our country. Consumers are suffering, businesses are suffering, the price of everything in Jamaica is higher because the price of electricity is so high. And at this, the ninth hour, this government is seeking to shift blame from itself and instead to be focusing on the JPSCO license, which is really a non-issue because the government could change that license any day it chooses to do so. So let us not be electioneering now on this issue, so crucial to the development of Jamaica. Let us change this government and put in a government that understands how to get the price of electricity down. We've done it before and we will do it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, no distractions. Daryl Vaz and the JLP would like to distract you into thinking that, oh, you know, it's just the license. You know what? Since I have the computer here and you guys are looking, and both of you in our clips, let me share this document with you about electricity. And one of the reasons why our electricity is so high, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Well, that's the Road Act. Here we go. June 5th. This is JIS now. Government removes GCT on residential light bills. The government has removed general consumption tax on electricity bills for all residential customers, making good on an election promise. Making good on an election promise. Making good on an election promise. Mighty God. Making good on an election promise. I know the 100-day promise can't come true for Andrew. Anyway, this was announced by Prime Minister the Most Honorable Portia Simpson Lucretia Miller on June 5th while making her contribution to the 2012-2013 budget debate in the House of Representatives. We made a promise before the election to relieve the burden of the GCT on electricity, particularly for the poor and the struggling middle class, she said. No, that's JIS. That was June 2012, you know. June 5th. This is March 11th, 2017. Who was in power? The JLP. President and CEO of the Jamaica Public Service, JPS, Kelly Tomlin. I was trying to remember her name yesterday when I was on a live stream. I was saying Tomlinson, but it's Tomblin. Tombiln. Says most of her customers will likely see an increase in their electricity bill. This as the government yesterday announced a, just go to the second screenshot, change was announced yesterday by Finance Minister Aldershaw during his budget presentation. Aldershaw, you know, JLP, Pat W, what's up? A 16.5% general consumption tax, GCT, was added to the bill of all JPS customers who use more than 150 kilowatt hour monthly. Minister Shaw says the move will not affect 61% of residential customers. However, Ms. Tomlin says the average electricity usage is going up and is currently above that 150 kilowatt hour monthly. So, in essence, Simone, big up. In essence, or is that Simone here? Simon, sorry. In essence, what Aldershaw did was reverse what Mama P did and put pressure on the poor people. Although he said it would not affect 61% of the residents, the expert in the JPS said the usage is above the threshold that you have marked. So if you want to blame anybody for your light bill, I just want to put this out there. Blame the Jamaica Labour Party for us having high light bills. This was one of the reasons. Okay? They reverse what Mama P did. Never forget. That is the evidence. Good. Oh, for the people that are watching me here, they are pointing on the screen. Let me show you. Let me show you. If I never showed you this, please remember I showed you this. Go back. Look. Screenshot that. Screenshot that, guys. See? I'm going to zoom it up for now. Right? Look. You see that? Who is that? This was announced by who? Mama P. See? Them, she took away the GCT, right? And then years after, when the JLP coming up power, what happened? What happened when they coming up power? March 11, 2017. What happened? President and CEO says most of the customers will likely see an increase in their electricity bill. She warned the JLP that it would happen. Right here, so. See? Hardly Shaw. 16.5% general consumption tax was added. And he claimed that 61% of the customers would not be affected. He was mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. It's either he was incompetent or them wicked. I'm telling you all the while, you know. It's either two things. They don't know what they're doing or them wicked. Him said 61% of the customers, residential customers, would not be affected. Right? Miss Tamlin said, no, sir. You are sadly mistaken. Actually, people are using more than that on average for the most of Jamaica. So that 61% was affected, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Alright. Yeah, then put it back, Lorraine. Then put it back. We just want to remind people of that. You guys have to keep that in mind when you're going to the polls. You have to keep that in mind when you're going to the polls. Alright? Alright. Moving right along. I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Professor Senator Floyd Morris. Oh, so much on the born in that month. Yeah. Andrew, you, Mr. Golden, his wife. Mighty God. But you know, them have good and bad people in every month. I'm going to show them about Miss Jalice Allen. Let me see what she has said.
National Party candidate for St. James Central in Rose Heights or in Salt Spring. I've seen Hello, Jamaica. I am Janice Allen, the People's National Party candidate for St. James Central. I feel the same frustration when the water cuts off in Rose Heights or in Salt Spring. I've seen mothers struggling to get titles for their land they have lived on for decades, and children trying to learn in schools that lack even the basics. Tired of promises with no follow-through. And that's why I have stepped in to fix what's broken and to deliver the kind of leadership this city deserves. Time come for better housing, better roads, better urban planning, and leadership that you can touch and feel. St. James Central, time come. Jamaica, time come for a better life.
So hear me.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last thing I want to say in terms of this
I am Janice Allen, the People's National Party candidate for St. James Central. I feel the same frustration when the water cuts off in Rose Heights.
The women of the People's National Party.
I've seen mothers struggling to get titles for their land they have lived on for decades.
And
children trying to learn in schools that lack even the basics. Tired of promises with
because of the challenges that they face.
And that's why I have stepped in to fix what's broken
and
to deliver the kind of leadership this city deserves.
You're going to be working 3 times as hard
for better housing, better roads, better urban planning, and leadership that you can touch and feel.
Parish?
St. James Central, Time come, Jamaica. Time
They're gonna
come
make.
for a
You
better
can't say I'm a
life.
big girl. They're a city girl. Sassy. Oh, and your name Allen too, so you're in our
Hello,
family.
Jamaica.
Okay. Big up
I
this.
am Janice Allen, the People's
Allen.
National Party candidate for
Beautiful
St. James
melanated
Central.
skin.
I
Lord
feel
have
the
mercy.
same
Wow.
frustration when the
I
water
like that
cuts off
dark
in
hue,
Rose Heights or in Salt
on
Spring.
the
I've
females,
seen
that
mothers
darker
struggling
hue.
to get titles for
I
their
admire a
land
lot
they
of
have
things
lived on
about
for
women,
decades. And children trying to learn in schools that
Something
lack
about that
even
dark
the
hue, boy, I'm
basics.
trying to-
Tired
anyway,
of
moving on.
promises with no follow-through. And that's why
catch
I have
myself
stepped
there.
in and stepped
But,
in to fix what's broken and to
what I wanna
deliver
say
the
is,
kind of
when it comes to
leadership
these
this
women,
city deserves. Time come
the
for
People's
better
National
housing,
Party,
better roads,
they're
better
gonna work
urban
3 times
planning
as hard
and leadership
for
that
you
you can touch and
in
feel.
the respective
St. James
constituencies
Central,
that they are,
time come.
representing.
Jamaica,
And I'm
time
gonna tell
come
you
for a
what.
better life.
I said, one, they're working 3 times as hard right now. And given
Hello,
that
Jamaica.
most of them are
I
going to
am
be in
Janice Allen, the People's National
that
Party
position for the
candidate
first
for St.
time,
James Central. I feel the
they
same
are going to
frustration
be
when the water
operating with
cuts
a
off
chip
in
on their
Rose Heights
shoulder.
or in Salt
So they
Spring.
might give
I've
you
seen mothers
5
struggling
times
to
the
get
effort that
titles
they
for their
did
land they
before.
have lived on for decades.
They're going to come in
and
with
children
something to
trying
prove,
to learn in schools that lack even the basics.
right?
Tired
Because
of
deep down,
promises with no follow-through.
they want,
and that's why
in my
I
opinion,
have stepped in and
the
stepped in to
mindset
fix
is
what's
that they
broken
want to
and
show
to deliver the kind of
the world
leadership
that
this city
they
deserves.
bring
Time come for
value
better housing,
to this
better roads,
space
better urban
as
planning
much
and
as
leadership
or
that you
even
can
better
touch
than
and
the men.
feel. St.
I don't
James
know why the
Central,
woman them say so,
time come.
but them always
Jamaica,
compete with them on
time
and it's
come
just the
for a
truth.
better life.
It's just the truth. And all I'm saying is that it's going to benefit you guys who they represent.
Hello,
That's
Jamaica.
all I'm saying.
I am Janice
so make
Allen,
sure
the
say on the
People's National
14
Party
the
candidate for
entire
St. James
22
Central.
woman them
I feel the
will,
same
make
frustration
sure
when
say
the
all of
water
them win.
cuts off in Rose Heights or in Salt Spring.
Make
I've
sure
seen mothers
say
struggling
all
to
of
get
them
titles
win.
for their land they have lived on for decades.
All right?
And children
Because
trying to
you
learn
guys,
in schools that lack
we got
even
Strawberry
the
10 in the
basics.
building.
Tired
How
of
you
promises
doing, baby?
with no follow-through.
How you
And
doing,
that's
love?
why
So
I
good to
have
see
stepped
you. One of
in
my day
and stepped in to
ones.
fix what's
Strawberry
broken and to deliver the
10.
kind of leadership this
Working and
city
listening.
deserves.
Beautiful.
Time come for
So,
better housing, better roads,
vote
better
for
urban
every
planning
single.
and leadership that you can touch and feel.
Make sure that
St.
every
James
single
Central,
candidate, female
time
candidate,
come.
I
Jamaica,
wouldn't mind if I met all
time
of the
come
candidates
for a
them in
better life.
the People's National. I wouldn't mind if we win the entire house. I'm being very, very serious. I wouldn't mind who win
Hello,
the
Jamaica.
entire house.
I am Janice Allen, the People's National Party
single
candidate for
seat.
St. James Central.
No
I
one
feel
mind
the
the
same
People's
frustration
National
when
Party
the water
win.
cuts off
But
in
that
Rose
is
Heights
dreaming
or in
big,
Salt
right?
Spring. I've
Probably
seen
too
mothers
big, yes?
struggling to get
Probably
titles
too
for
big,
their land
but
they have lived
I'm
on for
telling you,
decades.
that's how I feel.
And children trying
No.
to learn in schools that lack
Make
even
sure
the
you
basics.
vote in these
Tired
ladies.
of promises with no follow-through.
Make sure they win.
And that's why I
I'm
have stepped
telling you,
in and
they are
stepped
going
in
to give you
fix
the
what's
type of
broken
effort
and to deliver the
as
kind of
representatives.
leadership this city deserves.
Them a go
Time come for
fight
better
for it.
housing, better roads,
Them a go
better
war
urban
for
planning
it.
and leadership that
Them
you
a go
can
go to
touch
the
and
ends
feel.
of the
St.
earth
James
for it.
Central, time
You
come.
hear what I said?
Jamaica, time come
They
for
are
a
good.
better
I'm
life.
telling you. I'm telling you. There's something about when a woman make up her mind and she love the people them and she love and she start
Hello,
to
Jamaica.
treat
I
them
am
literally
Janice
like
Allen, the
family.
People's National
The
Party
baby them when they in
candidate
the
for St. James
Constitution is
Central.
her
I feel the
babies.
same
And
frustration
that type
when
of
the
energy
water
them
cuts
have.
off in Rose Heights or in Salt Spring.
We want
I've
to see
seen mothers
everybody
struggling to get
get a
titles
good
for their land they
education,
have lived on for
everything
decades.
good.
And children
Protection
trying to
and
learn in
it-
schools
trust
that
me,
lack even the
they
basics.
are going to do
Tired
phenomenal.
of promises with no follow-through.
Wilbur, big up.
And that's
Powell,
why
big up.
I have stepped in and stepped
Right?
in to fix what's broken and to deliver
Where's
the
the keep
kind
your
of
dream alive?
leadership this city deserves. Time come for better housing, better roads, better urban planning and leadership that you can touch and
No,
feel.
be serious now.
St. James
I want you
Central,
guys to
time come.
vote in
Jamaica,
every
time come for a
single
better life.
woman candidate in the People's National Party. party. All of them for win. Argument done. So just do the right thing. See? That is it.
Hello, Jamaica.
Moving on.
I am Janice Allen,
So
the
that the
People's
reaction they take
National
50
Party
minutes.
candidate for St.
I'm
James
not even
Central.
reached to.
I feel the same frustration when the water cuts
I'm not
off
even
in
reached
Rose Heights
to,
or in Salisbury. I've seen mothers
Mystic
struggling to
Sensation,
get titles for their
Mighty
land
God.
they've lived on for decades.
Yes, so nice.
And children
Look,
trying
I'm
to
just
learn
gonna do
in
one big
schools
live
that
stream
lack
to this
even the
evening and done.
basics. tired of promises with no follow through.
Let's get
And
into it,
that's
ladies
why
and gentlemen,
I have
because there's a lot to get
and
into.
stepped in to fix what's
Wow.
broken and to deliver the kind of leadership this city deserves. Time come for better housing, better roads, better urban planning, and leadership that you can touch and feel. St. James. Time come for
Jamaican people, right? And I am very happy that Brother Rattigan is in the space. But let me just, before we get to there, let me just allow Brother Rattigan to meet and greet.
About that, I not even know if you want to hear me properly a while ago because my voice was competing with Janice. I never knew it was playing because, I plugged off my headphone part. Damn! Second time that happened to me, Shit. You know what? Let me just have this on in case. Because I switch from Bluetooth to microphone. Let me just have this on in case, man. Because we don't want no bad quality. Alright? Alright, cool. There we go. Let me hear this.
Brother Rattigan, come in the space, meet and greet the people as usual.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Mic check. You can't hear me?
What?
But I'm happy to say in 4 years, this lady crossed the border. And part one of the bus space, we're going to be doing part 3. And for this gesture, we need to hold them accountable. But, what we've been doing as a people is that we've been sitting as a day free to go. Here's a chance to take back the power.
So let us...
So, Rattigan had a very, very good message for the people and the voters. Come out and vote. It is your opportunity to take back your power. Lorraine, big up yourself. It's your opportunity, yeah? That was the message. Alright? Let me see. This is a sore issue. Let us go here. Alright. Let me start off like this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a brother Bolo VNR. Now, this particular issue that Mystic Sensation is going to highlight, I agree, we have to pray without ceasing. May I tell you, you know about strawberry thing, we have to. This particular issue, I want you guys to listen carefully to brother Mystic Sensation with the information that he's going to disseminate right here. Alright? And I'll be showing you the screen so you can read. Alright, let's go.
Oh, no, beach vibes. Good. Darrell Valls, advocate for free beach. Now let us get to Darrell Valls, right? Sending the message and the promise. Think he can fool the Jamaican people again. Listen to this, my Jamaican brothers and sisters. Listen to this. Unbelievable.
The Boston Beach lease has expired.
Hey.
Has announced that 8 beaches across Jamaica are going to be taken back, and they are going to be run by the government, and the access to those beaches is going to be free of cost for the Jamaican people. In the coming months, you will hear the announcement in relation to which government agency is going to be responsible to run Boston Beach, so that everybody in Portland and outside of Portland can enjoy Boston Beach without any entry fee.
Take him away. Take him away. This is how vicious and cruel these people are. Darrell Valls apparently has not realized that he, Darrell Valls, is the incumbent government, and that Andrew Holness, as the Prime Minister, right, don't need, right, anyone, right, as it relates to vote to make the changes. Andrew Holness, by the stroke of a pen, can reverse that. But no, right? It's a lie that they're selling, because at the end of the day, they are not going to hurt their crony capitalists. It is Andrew Holness, the Jamaica Labour Party, who are giving them the privilege to do what they are doing in terms of taking away beach access. Andrew Holness administration has done that. Now, let us get into big up Jeffrey Tavares, right? Thank you for showing. Really appreciate that, my brother. All right, let us get into the NEPA beach access. Because guess what? NEPA is in the Prime Minister's office. And I'm glad that Rattigan is in this space. Right? We are going to show that by the stroke of a pen, Andrew Wallace can reverse all of that as it relates to giving access to Jamaican people. Who you think you can fool, Andrew Wallace? We are going to expose you tonight, and I'm glad how you come down this route. Now here it is, and to show you that people have been writing to you, Andrew Wallace, from Wappy killing Philip, and you hold them out. So now on the eve of a general election, what you doing now? Promising them, we know you're not going to deliver. We know about you, Andrew Holness. This can't work. Let me show you that people have been pressuring you and writing, right, for you to allow beach access. Now we write in response to 2 articles appearing in the Gleaner over the past weeks under the byline of Professor Caroline Cooper. No beach for local tourists and Miss Diana Macaulay. The problem of the beach exclusion. Both articles highlighted a real resource management challenge Jamaica has faced over the past 50 years, wherein access to and use of the seemingly common and freely available natural resource, the beach, is increasingly being denied to a wide number of Jamaicans. Let us show you this, Andrew Holness. It is unquestionable that the beaches are of great value to Jamaica in social, environmental, and economic terms. The country's beaches are also world-renowned. The enjoyment of the beach and beach facilities must be an integral part of the life of the citizens of Jamaica. You don't know that, Andrew Holness, right? Because you allow these people, right, to deny access, right, to our Jamaican brothers and sisters. So you don't come with those promises. The coastline of Jamaica is approximately 795 kilometers, 494 miles long, with approximately 30%, 238.5 kilometers being characterized as sandy beach. In recent years, there has been significant development of Jamaica coastal areas related to the tourism industry. Now, my Jamaican people, let me leave it right here as it relates to the tourism industry. What I want to teach you about crony capitalism. There are 2 institutions in Jamaica that is killing our people's success and future. Number 1, JPS. Number 2, tourism. One of these 2 institutions is fucking the future development of our Jamaican people as it relates to crony capitalism. They are utilizing our resources, and their large pool of capital injection is not being circulated in Jamaica under the pretext of employment. The tourism industry is one of the industries that generate most of our foreign currency. But however, majority of what they generated using our resources, guess what? Not being equally spreading, right, throughout Jamaica. 90% of their capital injection benefit external forces within the United States, UK, and other entities. So these, as it relates to them, what we have the Jamaica Labour Party is giving them more access, right, to our beaches and denying our people from beach access. Remember, Jamaica people, Andrew Holness is in power for 9 years, and with the stroke of a pen, Andrew Honest can reverse this, then why, Andrew Honest, why are you promising that couple months? Because you knew very well that couple months you are not going to be in power. So when you try to set up this, right, to do what? Make people vote for you, and then you deny them, you continue to deny them access. Remember, you promised electricity that you are going to promise to bring in, right, the big electricity grid so that energy can be cheaper for the people. As we speak today as we speak, Andrew Honest, did you do that? Go ahead with the funny. Discussions surrounding the issues of public access to beaches are usually focused on the sense of...
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Why Byron running when I said, go it! Hey, continue.
Exclusion. Discussions surrounding the issues of public access to beaches are usually focused on the sense of exclusion from some beaches, particularly beaches associated with hotels. Let me tell them that. The hotel beaches are also purportedly the better beaches, and in this regard, it is also felt that there are not enough operational public beaches available as an alternative. So Andrew Honest, you go with that. You understand? You make me expose you. Now, let me show Jamaica that obviously you are a liar. You're a deceiver. You never remember your first 100 days? Let me ask you, Andrew Honest and Darrell Bard, as you deliver one thing that you have promised, let me remind you, as a result of that, honey, find the clip there.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk. Which one of the promises has been delivered? Come on, GLP, since you have promised now, we are asking you which one of these that you have promised within the first 100 days that you have delivered. Let us show you.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
100 days. The fixed election date. Still I wait for the promise before the fail. One broken promise after another. Laughable, as I say. None of your promise not fulfilled yet, boss. So there you are.
Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute impeachment proceedings in Parliament. This will add another layer of protection of the Parliament to ensure that only members of unquestioned integrity sit in the Parliament.
All ministers under the new Jamaica Labour Party government will be given a job letter. That job letter has a timeline of 2 years and 6 months with key performance targets, which are agreed upon by the cabinet, focused on two things: economic growth and job creation.
Andrew, you need to do what you said from 2016. You say you're going to put it on paper. Say anything you put on paper, the MP have to work with it. So you need to do it now. I feel like say when you do that, the MP will do them work and we will see work done in the community.
Within the first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to introduce term limits on the office of Prime Minister.
Andrew Honest, January, him break him promise and nothing him say I'm going to do for the next 100 days and now him not do nothing. Him not keep no promise and him say I'm the promise keeper. What a promise, January style.
At a convenient time within our new government, we will hold a grand referendum on the CCJ, the Caribbean Court of Justice, as the final appellate court.
You make so much promise for us. Look how long you're in there. Nothing done. all for the COVID. They promised people them $25,000. Nothing done. Huh? So what you expect me to do? Tell me if you sleep with the door and window open and nothing done.
So Andrew honest. So then you call Daryl Vaz. So Crib A call Tweedledee and said, Tweedledee, 9 years ago we promised them this, you know. Me not think say the people they remember, you know. We could do it again. They can remember, so we tricked them the first time, you know. We can't trick them again. Now, you think the tricking stop? Let us show that a liar will always be a liar. And before we get to the next clip, Andrew Holness and Daryl Vaz, I am asking you, which one of those promises that you had promised in the first 100 days that you had delivered, where Jamaica can say, yes, you had accomplished this? Not one. But let us show another promise that you had made. Let us show another promise. Tonight I'm going to. This is just a smoke start. And we don't get to the fire yet. So people, let me warn you, we don't get to the fire yet. Now, when we talk about, there's nothing you can do again on journalists. The Jamaican people had lost trust in you. They know that you are a liar. They know that you are a deceiver. And as according to the Gensec, and related to what the Gensec grandmother always say to the Gensec, that a thief and liar walk together. Now let us show the next promise. You think we remember you?
One of the things that I know,
people having some technical difficulties. Oh Lord, I need a new phone for you. That phone I can't manage. Phone I overheat too fast. Anyway, let's continue.
whole heap of people in Jamaica is the high electricity bill. When the PMP come into power, them say them going to bring down electricity costs. What has happened since? Electricity costs keep rising. They promised that by 2016 they would have made the JPS more efficient with more efficient plants. That's not going to happen till another 2 years. And before you know it, it will be another 3 or 4 years before them actually do it.
Right here, because something just came to me. Andrew, now you are ask people for hold on. Now you are ask people for have a little bit more faith and for going a little bit more time. Now you are promise people things now. Mighty God. No, seriously. People only remember Andrew Honest in the last few months. I tell prosperity is a process. And because he knows that the country is not and the people not feeling the prosperity, they must wait a little bit. Only remember. I hear Andrew Honest. Me can't. Someone here too much cutlass here, man. Listen to the man. Listen how the man lambasting the People's National Party. I tell the people them say, no, you can't wait. Wanna vote them out now and vote me in. And look how we light bill high now. Higher than ever before. It's the highest cost for light bill in this hemisphere. Oh, hold on there. You have to tell me, that phone there, look on the phone there, you see it? You see it? That's why I need a new phone. I used to cash up the phone. You see it? The phone punch at this up and the whole screen are going. You know? So Pat W says she sent something to the cash up. See, me can't see it. I do the screen. The screen, still. Yeah, man, me get it, man. Thank you so much, Pat. But my God, man. The man said to we say, vote them out because them promise you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, the point I'm making is, we must hold Andrew Holness government to the same standards he has held the People's National Party in 2016. No mercy, no more promises. Vote him out. 100-day promise, none of them him not fulfill. He cannot be trusted. Vote him out. Listen to this man. Mighty God, what a wicked guy.
Because he that by 2016 they would have made the JPS more efficient with more efficient plants. That's not going to happen till another 2 years. And before you know it, it will be another 3 or 4 years before them actually do it. The Labour Party will make sure that we put in place more efficient electricity generated plants to bring down the cost of electricity to you. I don't like to make promise. I make commitment. And under the Labour Party government, we are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big power plants. We are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big energy companies that can put the money in here to build the plants to give you cheaper and better electricity.
Take him away. Let me ask Andrew Holness and Darvaz a question. Have the Jamaica Labour Party had brought in any big power plant as we speak to bring down the cost of electricity? Come on, Andrew Holness, come on, so man, we are here. We are here. Have you, upon this date, have you brought in any big electricity plant that would able to bring down the cost of electricity? The Jamaican people, they are dying on their lives, and your continuous deceive method that you're using. But the day is over. Social media and social media journalists are here to fact check you. Now, let me say this. We are going to get to the panel, but panel, let me say this before we touch the panel. Tonight, we have a lot of programs, and we want
all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Now, this segment right here is going to be very important. Alright. Listen to the legislator, Mr. Willie Rattigan. But what I want to echo is that what Mystic Sensation has just done is prove to you that Andrew Holness cannot be trusted. His word means nothing. His word means nothing. All those things he promised about electricity, our electricity bill is the highest in the damn Caribbean. We are leading in all the wrong ways, ladies and gentlemen. That's why our cost of living is so high. And with a high importation bill, it only compounds the situation dramatically. Alright? So let's hear from Mr. Willie Rattigan in terms of the legalities which he's going to confirm, because this is important. Zane, listen to this.
To really touch everything, so we are asking that 6 minutes. Stay on the sub. Be mindful of your 6 minutes. Face the shine.
Given the privilege, as the opening batsman for the Mystic Sense Station platform. Yeah, I want Jamaican people for society.
And this man is a Guyanese.
Party because I'm before. So them realize.
Then we realized at the beach never did, and there were some garden areas not there. And you can give it because under the beach control.
Power of the Prime Minister within this beach access, as it relates to the Constitution. We know that Andrew Holness, by the stroke of a pen, doesn't need to go in Parliament and seek any form of vote and so forth and go through the lower house and the upper house. We know that the Prime Minister, by the stroke of a pen, right, can definitely grant access to us. So we are going to have Brother Rattigan speak to us in clarity where that is concerned. Brother Rattigan, right?
All right.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Let me turn this down. The Prime Minister, I didn't catch the first part of the program, but apparently he's promising beach access. You don't have to promise it. You can give it because under the Beach Control Act of 1956, the Prime Minister has the power to make that change with the stroke of a pen. You're absolutely correct. And he hasn't done so. And we know why he hasn't done so because
Emotional damage.
What did you say?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Gentlemen, if Andrew Holness wanted the people of Jamaica to access the beaches, he would have used a pen and used the power that he has as a Prime Minister and declared it to be so, and it would have been so. So all the beaches that are locked off from the Jamaican people, blame the Prime Minister. He is the one that is allowing these entities, companies, to block us away from our right to access of these beaches. So when Mark Jefferson Golden go into power, all him have to do is stroke him pen. One of the first thing Mark Golden can do is give us access to our beaches. That is one of the first thing he can do. Just by entering into the room, sign one piece of paper, and it is so. So let's say Andrew Holness a wicked, no? How much more evidence do we need to show that this man is a deceiving, liar, wicked, hypocritical, dangerous individual? His whole entire government is a government of scoundrel. Eh? The people them crying out, look how much letters write to him about beach access. I mean, you can't have a wickeder government than you know in some countries, hotels can't even get the beachfront them. They have to build a hotel inland. The beaches have to be accessible to the locals, to the natives. So if Andrew Holness is going to deny us of this right that we have, and he is in power, it tells us that they do not care. This is the most wicked, uncaring, hypocritical, sellout government we ever seen in the history of Jamaica. The man beat everybody. Andrew Holness outdo all of the wicked people and before him in a parliament and in the JLP. Him are the head anchor wickedness. Mr. Craven A. Philippa big up. Why would he deny access to the beaches? You know why? Money. Selling out. Kickbacks. When these big companies come, politicians get kickbacks. That's one of the main reasons why these politicians sell out. Only the Jamaican citizens don't have access to beaches in the Caribbean. You know how therapeutic the beaches are. The beaches give people that you know, all this look to you to all and him like, boy. Yo, the man is a pressure with Andrew Honest is a pressure with Andrew. Me tell you something. The time for tell us if you call it. Me I tell the people in Jamaica if you call the election. Me I tell the people of Jamaica to call the election. People of Jamaica, you have the power to call the election. You know what I want to know for Jamaica? Will Rattigan have this thing? When him say something like that act. Everybody need to sign it. Is it the Mandis Act? Wait name. I don't remember exactly what it name. But I reach out to Mystic and tell him to send it to me. And I go put it in my group on WhatsApp. Those who want to add it to the WhatsApp group, my number is 1-876-451-6535. 1-876-451-6535. Alright? That's 1-876-451-6535. Because I think it's the Mandis Act. Whatever the act is, all of us need to sign it. Because all these corrupt politicians need to be held accountable. Khadija, big up. The people of Jamaica, we need to call the election. I don't think y'all hear what I'm saying enough. The people of Jamaica need to call the election, and they must make it clear that Andrew Honest cannot be on the ballot. You heard what I said? Andrew Honest cannot be on the ballot. Let's hear the rest of what Rattigan has to say.
Beach Control Act of 1956. The Prime Minister has the power to make that change with the stroke of a pen. You're absolutely 96. The Prime Minister, I didn't catch the first part of the program, but apparently he's promising beach access. You don't have to promise it. You can give it, because under the Beach Control Act of 1956, the Prime Minister has the power to make that change with the stroke of a pen. You're absolutely correct. And he hasn't done so. And we know why he hasn't done so, because of his friends in high places, you know, the people who owns the resorts and the hotels and all that stuff. We know why he hasn't done it. But, you know, we've been talking about him selling out beaches. But I can tell you of an instance where he gave away the beaches. They couldn't wait to get their hands on power. 2016, they got into power, I think.
What did you say? Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I can tell you of an instance where he gave away the beaches. They couldn't wait to get their hands on power. What? 2016. They got into power, I think, February or March 2016. February. And by October 2016, they were already talking about selling off beach rooms on the beach. And I'd like the public to know that that property was valued at about $13 million US at the time, 2016, 2017. And they contracted to sell it for 7.2 million.
Yes.
7.2. And guess what? It's not just the Prime Minister signed off on it, but it wasn't just him, and it wasn't just Mr. Vaz, it was the cabinet that did it. And when the Prime Minister signed off his no objection letter, they didn't put the beach in there. And they went back and they did an amendment to the agreement, and they put the beach in there. And tell me how much they charged for the beach when they put the beach inside there. Then we realized that the beach never did, and there were some garden areas not there. And we have the documents. I know how much them charge for them when them go back and make the amendment. This, zero. Them give away the beach. Give it away. The price didn't change. It stayed at 7.2. They made the amendment and they added more property, still 7.2. And it was because of public pressure that the company said no and them give back the money. Right? But it's still, the act was committed. It's almost like robbing a bank and then saying, well, I'm going to give back your money. The act commit already. The robbery don't commit already. So, you know, no, I was on the phone about 5-10 minutes ago with Devon Taylor, the gentleman who spearheaded the Jabem movement. And he is telling me some stuff going on. I mean, it's amazing stuff. They have a hearing this week in court. So on Saturday, he says, look, he wants to come on and talk about, because he can't, there's some things he told me that he said he can't mention on the air right now because there's a hearing coming up and they have to deal with that. Once they've dealt with it in court and it becomes public knowledge, then they can talk about it. But going back to the election and the promises, the election is not about promises anymore. It's about performance, people. It's about 9 to going to 10 years of performance. Just ask them what have they done. And all you need to do is you can look at things like the 100-day promises. But I'm telling you, the 100-day promises, they pale in comparison to what's contained in the manifesto. It was only last week I asked them some stuff for them promise on the manifesto. And the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs wrote back to me and said, Mr. Rattigan, you're right. We didn't do them. And I have many, many responses from the government where I said to them, and it's simple, it's elementary. You just take the manifesto with the promises and you write them and say, hey, have you done this? Have you done that? And they have to come back. And so far, I have about 20-something responses. One of these days I'll do them because we just, the busting will kill me right now. But, you know, if you look at the 100-year promises, the manifestos, the interviews, the press conferences, etc., you're going to find dozens and dozens and dozens of unfulfilled promises, people. So do not let them come to you with this beach access. It's more of the same. It's just more.
Want to hear that? Will Rattigan. I wish I had his know it all. You know, his investigative skills, his dedication to reading, and but everybody can't be the same still. We are contributing our own to it. But at least I'm smart enough to listen to men like him and people like them that do accurate research. So you're telling me that there's 20 plus promises from 2016 in their manifesto that the Jamaica Labour Party promised the people of Jamaica in their manifesto, a written document, something to hold them to account, and they have not fulfilled those promises yet? You know, I am very interested. I'm going to ask Mr. Wilratty, I'm very interested to find out what those are. Probably I need to go and look at the manifesto myself and reach out to the ministries via email and ask them if these promises have been fulfilled. Wow. Thank you, Mary. This is bad, man. Let's continue. Boy, these people are the worst.
Fools. And let me just, how much time you have left, Mystic? 2 minutes?
1 minute for 1 3 seconds.
1 minute. And let me just tell you something. Listen to what Mr. Barr says now. Take him at his word. What Mr. Barr said, you know, Mr. Barr said, listen, a lot of people have PhDs and whatnot. Say, I don't have any. What I have is common sense. And very few people in Jamaica have common sense. So if you might tell you, if you don't have a degree and you don't have common sense, and you know him say, on a dunce, on a dark, on a stupid. And that is most of Jamaica. Keep that in mind. Them say it and them believe it, and that's how them treat us. Thank you.
All right.
Very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, how the Jamaica Labour Party view you, the people, and how they treat, well, we the people. Yeah, them take on for food, them take on for food. I want to say, it's because them can't take me for food. They never could have taken me for food. Them can't buy me. Them can't give me no money. Them can't do nothing for me vote for them. Them can't do nothing for me advocate for them. Nothing at all them can't do. Nothing. Zero. Alright? They have shown me who they are, and I reject and shun the evil that they are. Period. Let me know what you guys think about that beach access thing. Promises, 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 and no fulfillment. Moving on to the next segment. Alright? Alright. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Boy, this is gonna be fun, boy. Woo! Lord of mercy. Hey. Let me just cue up this. People. Remember to like and share the video, first of all. Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, hey, you're fully welcome to subscribe and join the family. Oh, by the way, I want to say thank you to all 20,000 of you that have subscribed to Bold VNR 2.0. We have reached 20,000 subs. Wow. Wow. Hey, man, listen, all 20,000 of y'all help me to get to 100,000 subs. All right. In the meantime, we got to, you know, small goals. The aim is to get to 25,000, 30,000 subs. That's the next push we're pushing, all right? And please, if you're not getting notifications, something is wrong, because I put out content every single day. There's not a day when I don't put out content. I could be tired every single. Listen, I have content in reserve. You understand what I have videos that I haven't released yet. They are in reserve. They mean at the draft. Then they get picked. You feel me? So if you haven't seen a video, if you're not getting notifications, go to the channel directly, search, and go, wait a minute. When was Bolo's last video? Oh, 6 hours ago. Oh, 2 hours ago. What is he talking about? And go and watch them. Alright, and guys, I have a playlist called the Today's Playlist, Today's Content. Most of the videos that you have missed is in that playlist. The ones that got, you know, good views, I take them out of the playlist. The ones that haven't got good views, they are still there. So I know that you haven't seen them. Alright? Now let's get to this portion of Mystic Sensation. Beat and teach and school all at the same time. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it.
Of course, Andrew Honest lawyers had gotten the information from the Integrity Commission, and people, you know.
Like and share the video, guys. Like and share the video. Welcome to the platform. All right. Like I said, this one is about the Integrity Commission. Yeah, let's get it.
In the space now, in the process of discovery, as it relates to Andrew Honest's life. Andrew Honest, of course, would have shared the information as it relates to the forensic audit report. So now I can say to Andrew Honest that you know what is in the report as it relates to the discovery. You know. But you notice Jamaica, Andrew Honest is not coming out, right, to say that the report has set him free. Silence and that silence. That means what is in the report. Let me speak to Dennis Strong. Dennis Strong, I don't know, as it relates to your level of skill set, you are not a forensic auditor. And so then what revealed in that report to Andrew Honest, you cannot go unparalleled.
Right.
You're going to have to accept that, Mr. Dennis Strong. Now, Integrity Commission refused to release audit findings into Prime Minister Financial Affairs, July 10, 2025. We know by now that that report has been handed over to the Prime Minister's lawyer, and the Prime Minister would have shared, would have aware, be cognizant of the information. Integrity Commission has refused to release the finding of a multi-million-dollar international audit it commissioned into the financial affairs of the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Honest. Bangaranga tonight, you know, people. The anti-corruption body has also refused to confirm whether it has closed its investigation into Dr. Honest's statutory declaration. The Commission has claimed that the matters are now sub judice, and the Integrity Commission Act bars it from responding. It was responding to a series of questions and access to information requests submitted by Nationwide News. Nationwide, you can't help him. The information where you want to know, you can't help him. You understand? You let me
In its 2024-2025 annual report at page 71, Appendix 1, the Integrity Commission notes that it has closed an investigation into Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. The report says the investigation began in April 2023 and was closed in July of 2024. The probe is said to have lasted 338 days. No specificity was provided as to what the matter related to. So far as our news center could confirm, there is no other investigation in the public domain related to Prime Minister Andrew Holness except the probe launched into his declarations. In that probe, the Commission's Director of Investigation, Kevon Stevenson, recommended that an assessment be done as to whether Holness had broken the law by making false statements in a statutory declaration. The Commission's Director of Corruption Prosecution, Keisha Prince Kamika, declined to prosecute Holness, finding he had no criminal case to answer. Prince Kamika has since left the Commission after her contract was not renewed under controversial circumstances. Following widespread public speculation on the reference in the Commission's annual report, Nationwide News asked the Integrity Commission for clarity. On June 30, 2025, we wrote to the anti-corruption body posing a series of questions. Among them, we asked the Commission to clarify whether the referenced investigation related to the Prime Minister's statutory declarations, the same matter that had been referred to the Financial Investigation Division FID for further probing. We also asked if the cited investigation is in fact related to the statutory declarations, and if the Integrity Commission considers the investigation closed, why has it refused to certify the Prime Minister's declarations? Our news center also specifically asked the Commission's chairman, retired Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, why the findings of the international audit into Holness's affairs have not been made public. We asked Justice Lawrence Beswick whether she believed the people of Jamaica have a right to know the audit's findings ahead of a general election. We further asked the Commission's chairman whether she would commit to making the findings public. We also asked...
Panda, Mystic Sensation is going to break it up tonight to them. Now, let us get into Big Mama, right? Getting weary and worrying because, of course, Jamaica Labour Party is out. Big Mama going to have to pay that $1.5 billion. Problem there tonight, people. Problem. Let us hear.
Running issue of the Prime Minister's uncertified statutory declarations by the Integrity Commission. As you're aware, the Prime Minister has taken the Commission to court, saying he has been treated unfairly. And that matter is set for October. I gather the issue of the forensic examiner report on the Prime Minister's declarations has taken a turn. The Integrity Commission has refused to publish the forensic examiner's report. Remember, the Integrity Commission told us they hired this forensic auditor to help it examine what the Prime Minister had submitted to them at a cost running into about 30-40 million Jamaican dollars. And even after receiving that report, it was inconclusive about this.
Big up everybody from East Portland, you know. Yeah, man, Celine, big up yourself, yeah?
Findings. So much so, it has passed what it has to the Financial Investigations Division, the FID. Well, I am learning this morning the Prime Minister's lawyers have asked the court to instruct the Integrity Commission to turn over the findings of the International Forensic Auditor. The Integrity Commission, as I said, has been refusing to make that public or to release it. Well, the Integrity Commission has complied with the court's instructions and turned over the report to the Prime Minister's lawyers last Friday.
Take him away on it. Because, let me tell
Now,
you
this
something.
is very important.
All the bars, them were in a Portland.
Because
all the bars, them
if
tonight.
and
Take it up. Andrew Holness, as it relates to your statutory declaration. Now, let me say with 100% confidence tonight, and I'm glad our brother Rattigan is in the space. Now, we know that Andrew Holness, right, is cognizant of the findings of the forensic audit. We also know that during the process of discovery, Andrew Holness now looking on the demons that face him. Let me say this to you, because I'm going to tell you, Andrew Holness is in a conundrum. Now, going into a general election, if Andrew Holness, if that forensic report had vindicated Andrew Holness, it would have spread all over. It would have spread all over. It would have leaked to Big Mama. Not Pan would be nuts. But Andrew Holness knew very well at this time as we speak that the forensic audit have him in conundrum. And Andrew Holness, I am
You guys, the audio so like him about in and out because through him so excited in my show, so he kinda but what I say is that Andrew Holness lawyers have access to the forensic audit. And if that audit, the forensic audit, if that audit vindicated him and proved that he was innocent in some capacity or in any capacity, that information would be in the public. It would be in the public immediately. You know why? Because we have an election brewing. And although Andrew and his government don't want to publicly admit it, his statutory declaration is I don't even want to minimize it. His statutory declaration is a tsunami that is swallowing him up. You know that under the root of the tsunami is the most dangerous part of the tsunami. It's not the water that is high in the air, no. It's when you get caught under the bottom where all of the debris are roll and you're there in the middle of it and can't find the air and you get swallowed up. When you ever get swallowed up by one wave, imagine a tsunami. This statutory declaration not being certified for Andrew Holness is a tsunami that is destroying his entire political career. It is destroying his hopes of seeing a third term in office. It's also ensuring that he's more than likely going to spend 1, 2, or 3 terms or decades in prison if the investigation goes how we think it's going to go. You understand? Because the implications, the illegal implications are possibilities based on the Integrity Commission report alone, much less a forensic report that he now has access to and don't want to release. You can imagine what is under. You can imagine what they dug up and what their recommendations are. Mighty God. People, just know what Mystic Sensation said is accurate. If that thing cleared Andrew, then we have should be told long time. Let's continue.
Big Mama, I am going to show it to you. Dennis Strong, I am going to show it to you. Mystic Sensation. We have done audit for the largest companies in the world. So we know what we are speaking about. So come now, let us break it down to you. Andrew Holness, you are in a conundrum. Illicit enrichment. Right on your tabernacle. Now, Andrew Holness, let me bring the case in the public domain and prosecute you in the public domain. Dennis Trump, Dennis Trump cannot do otherwise. DPP Paula Llewellyn cannot save you.
That's right.
Let us go there. Internet work deposit and withdrawal by the bank accounts. Let us show you something, Andrew Honest. You've been caught, Andrew Honest, with your hands in the cookie jar. You have been caught, Andrew Honest. And let me say this, NCB, you are in problem. Bank of Jamaica, you are in problem in terms of what I am going to break down tonight. Now, here it is, people. Table 16, as it relates to the Integrity Commission investigation. Inter-network deposit and withdrawals by bank account 2020, June 13, 2023. People, I want you to note the date. Very important. This occurred between the period 2020 to 2023.
Hold on, let me adjust this.
Volume in and out. All right, I want the people to hear me. So check back with the people if they are hearing me properly. Do a test because I want them to get this. Yeah, do a test if they are hearing me properly. I want people to tune in and listen, right? Because we're going to prosecute him tonight.
Mike, it's okay.
Mike is okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. We are asking for Big Mama, right, to come in the space. We are asking for Dennis Trump to come in the space, right? Now, this is what also Dennis Trump, that the forensic audit, right, will be looking on. And let me speak at low volume so that people can get me tonight. Now, people, what we are looking on, table 16 as it relates to the Integrity Commission investigation report into the inter-network deposits and withdrawal of bank account between the period 2020, right, and 2023. Bear in mind, the timeline is very important as it relates to the forensic audit. Now, here it is, account 20, various accounts that Andrew Honest have, right? Account holder, Estate Bridge. Inter-network deposit, 145 million Jamaican dollars, $784,000, right? With a withdrawal from that particular account that ended 20, right? 20,766,000, right? Let us go to NCB account number 25 as it relates to the various accounts and where Andrew Honest using 3 companies to ring the money through. Estate Bridge Holding, 3 as it relates to inter-deposit, there was no deposit here as it relates to Estate Bridge. However, there was a withdrawal from that 3,776,000. Now let us look on account number ending 3501, Estate Bridge Holdings, right? Now 24 million, right, put into that account, deposited into that account 286, right? We have a withdrawal for 104 million Jamaican dollars. Now NCB, right, account 66, right? This is the Imperium account, right? Now you have $148 million, 928,000. Now the withdrawal for that, right, within the account, 150,894,000. Now let us look at Berita, right? Account ending 52. Imperium, the account holder. So Imperium of these various accounts, account 66, account 52, account 52, account 5601. Like, oh my God. And Jonas, you are in a conundrum. Imperium, $148 million in account 66. Right, a withdrawal out of account ending 66, 150,894,000. Now, when we look at Berita, right, that ended account number 52, right, account holder, Imperium responsible for this account, no deposit. However, a withdrawal, 24,781,000. FTB, 852, account 852. Imperium, right, $28,405,000. The withdrawal, 22 million, right? NCB, CM, ending 5601. Again, Imperium, 22,824,000. Now let's just look at the withdrawal, 27,842,000. NCB, 152. Who won this account? Positive Media. How much deposited in it? 51,700,000. 741,994,000. Right, withdrawal 68,263,000. NCB 25, active media. Right, deposit 1,892,000. 189,000, and of course withdrawal 3,523,000. Now let us look, people. The total deposited 473,161,000. Now let us look on the amount deposited 427 million. Withdraw. Here it is. Withdraw 427 million. I want to ask you, Andrew Owens, a question. These companies, Mr. Owens, are shell companies.
Never employ anybody to benefit.
Never employed anybody. Right? They are not like the ordinary companies that dealing with the market. Demand and supply. These are shell companies. Andrew Owens, I'm asking you the question. The Integrity Commission is asking you the question, sir. Where these money came from to put in these accounts. Let me switch to Tweedledee. Let me switch to Tweedledee. We know very well, Tweedledee, that you hold several GLP accounts in SSL. And where, of course, we know that you have taken money from SSL, right? To Andrew Owens. We know that. No, what you want to do? No. Okay, all right. Yeah, if you challenge the evidence. The call McCall challenge the evidence that I'm presenting. Now, take it away. No, you should put him up publicly. We like to hear them publicly.
I don't hear them anymore.
And ask him to challenge the evidence that we are presenting. The evidence he need to challenge. Let us go.
Me say, Mystic Sensation and a bonfire so hard last night on Labour Right I try call. Look like they send one nasty message to Mystic Sensation, and you can see the wife, what's her name again? Anne-Marie, I believe. She was visibly upset. And you could hear her, you know, her saying something in the background there if you listen carefully. She was visibly upset. So I don't know where this Labour Right say or text, but it turned up a piece of fire in a Mystic Sensation. Man, don't listen here, man.
The millions of dollars running through NCB. Jamaica, I am going to put you on edge tonight. The millions of dollars running through NCB. Right? The question, if Andrew Owens cannot explain his source of wealth to the Integrity Commission, neither Andrew Owens could have explained the source of wealth to NCB authorities. He can't. Then something is wrong. Something is fundamentally wrong. It simply means that NCB involved in money laundering.
So, I don't know if you guys caught that, but what Mystic is saying is that Andrew Owens cannot explain him well and where he getting money from to the Integrity Commission, right? Which would in turn mean that he couldn't explain it to NCB. So he's asserting that NCB is involved in money laundering. And you guys can look up money laundering. You have to have a bank. You have to have a bank where willing to do certain things. According to court records that I've seen of other situations around the world. That's why when you look on this report from the Integrity Commission, those types of assertions or conclusions or possible conclusions pop out at you. You know, it look away. So that's why Andrew Owens need to do everything he can to you know, cooperate with the Integrity Commission, give them the information that they need, and if he's confident that he should be certified, then he shouldn't have any problem with giving them the information what they need. But what has caused the problem, and I think some of us don't remember this, is that Andrew Holness decided that he is not going to cooperate with the Integrity Commission anymore, and that is why his statutory declaration cannot be certified, because the information that they have asked for, he refuses to give. I just wanted to put that into context. So NCB, you know, Mystic Sensation is not afraid. He's saying, NCB, you are involved in money laundering. Andrew Holness couldn't get this done without NCB. So let's continue.
Laundering the money for Andrew Holness. This is the first time that NCB involved in something like this. No joke. Let me show you the history of NCB as it relates to other Ponzi scheme like SSL, putting money into NCB and then it got disappeared. Just like SSL put money into NCB and then it got disappeared. Let us show you the history. This is not Mystic Sensation is saying this. This is history that cannot be disputed. Let us go to the document. 08 Kingston 648 Cable WikiLeaks. So when we have the Jamaica Labour Party, right, supporters running out like the one who just called me,
I'm being rude.
right? Why you never stay on the line and let me ask you some question? Stay on the line and ask you some question, it doesn't break. Are you having a critical thinking skills? So I can ask some questions in front of my viewers. Why you didn't stay on the line? You just call and chat a few things and run off. You're talking about the evidence. Now, let me show you this since you call. Right? And since you call and just run off. You understand? Call me back again, man. Let me go through this. Now, listen this to you who called just a while ago. Show you the criminality as it relates to NCB. Following in the part of several other alternative investment schemes, Cash Plus, Carry, Worldwide, T-Rectors, foreign currency trader Olin appears to have collapsed. Led by CEO David Smith, Olin built a strong following in Jamaica, promising returns of 10% per month. Unlike other schemes on the island, Olin appealed to more sophisticated investors, just like our SSL appealed to more sophisticated investors. And where Andrew Holness know that SSL was Barch & Young and Associates that created the impact in the 1995 financial meltdown, but yet after Andrew Holness knew all of that, Andrew Holness still have an account in SSL, and where the SSL boss set up an account, right, as it relates to St. Lucia, you understand, for money to direct, right, to Andrew Holness. It was a subject to a seize and desist order by the Financial Service Commission in late 2006, which also led to months of court battles with the National Commercial Bank, step up NCB, step up Michael Leashin, which had sought to close all accounts. Smith moved his operations to Turks and Caicos in March 2006. Although bank accounts remain with NCB, people want to listen, you know. Want to listen. Olin's offices and Smith's over subject to a raid by police in Turks and Caicos on July 11th. Reports indicated that Smith's assets were frozen and that he is under investigation for possible what? Financial crimes. Although no charges have been filed, many investors have not received monthly payouts since the beginning of the year. Although Jamaica has weathered the collapse of previous schemes as it relates to Barch & Young and Associates, the demand of Olin could cause a negative ripple effect through the already weakened economy. This is what the GLP does, right? The criminality, the level of criminality. Dennis Cohen, Deputy Group Managing Director at NCB, expressed concerns about the collapse of Olin. Why, let me ask NCB, why all the Ponzi scheme find found refuge in your institution? Why these Ponzi scheme found refuge in your institution? Saying it could hurt the overall economy. You don't know that? Jamaica is already reeling from the rising food and energy prices, which have hurt growth prospects for the coming year. According to ENCA on July 21st, that NCB has filed documents with the court stating that despite public perception that there is between US $50 to 200 million in Olin's account, in fact, there are virtually no funds left. As we said, the Ponzi scheme, them put their money in NCB and then it disappeared. And I missed sensation, I tell. So when they call it run out for me, you know, and me say, eh?
Wow. Wow. Very who. Salute. Wow. Wow. So this document, this WikiLeaks document is saying when the money reach NCB disappears. Damn. NCB has some things to answer to. When it's all said and done and an investigation is done, you know, they have at least some things to answer to. They have some questions to answer. Because this don't look good. Yeah, this don't look good at all. Wow.
Right? Always seems to be the safe haven for Ponzi scheme. I mean, I think, or the document I say. Eh? When you take terms in the document, right, you are calling me now, and you are cuffed me up. You don't see the document. Eh? I read from the document. I will kill each document. It's innocent. Eh? Mr. Man, when I don't break, I will kill each document. As a matter of fact, take this away. Let me sink another pin. You know, and journalists. Jamaica give a party, thieving government. So since you are called, right? Let me sink another nail. You know, and journalists coffin as it relates to political. That we are going to hold them responsible as it relates to transparency and accountability. Let's go something. Right? More you can look on this. And you who call me here talking now. The statutory you are the Prime Minister. Let us get into it. People, pay attention as it relates to the $470 million running through various accounts as it relates to 2020 to 2023. Let us show John public and let me tell you something, Dennis Strong. Dennis Strong, let me tell you something. That's why I need to have the skill. You understand, of being a seasoned investigator. Me and Rafi don't have that skill. You don't have that skill there. You understand? So you can go and go sit down. Now, this is what we are going to do. When we look and see that the Prime Minister run $470 million, right, through an account between 2020 to 2023, I expected investigator like myself and Rafi, where do you think we are going to go? We are going to say, oh, okay, let us look at the Prime Minister's statutory declaration for 2020. Since we run $470 million between 2020 to 23, let us see what he had stated to the Integrity Commission investigator. And we want the IC Integrity Commission to look at this. Pull up this. Pull up this somebody. Pull up 2020. Pull up 2020 because show John public. Oh, go on. You can't run for it. Boy, you speak a territory. Wait until we're done with it tonight. Angola. Stand by now. Don't want to fly up the one here. No.
People, I am here doing the job that I was called to do, to examine the information and, you know, add my little bits and bobs in there. Where's a third worm in prison? No, I haven't taken bad things, but no, in all, this is some real serious stuff, you know. And if it was a regular citizen that had a fraction of these allegations surrounding their earnings, they would be in prison. Their assets would be seized, and they would just have deeper investigations and this person would be in prison while those because what they already have is enough to imprison somebody, in my view. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an expert. What they already have, especially when this person has the responsibilities, even if they're not in prison, they should not be in office where they are the ones responsible for allocating money and people, their friends and families in positions. It should not be happening. Tony, big up.
Let me show them what they go on here. The one here. Now, let me show them what they go on here. A mystic sensation you deal with it. Now, name of declarant. Most Honorable Andrew M. Olin, summary of income, assets and liability of declarant, spouse and children as at September 3, 2020. So simply means that the husband and the wife now salary now would have divided, right, as it relates to husband and wife. 10,487,000. This is the income. This is Andrew Olness. Submit to the Integrity Commission as it relates to his income. And his wife. Income. Let us go over the income line. So salary between them, $10,487,565.94. Reality income, $2,953,560. Security income, $0. Other income, $6 million. Let us look at assets. I'm not going to go over liability. You have an account, $11,836,93. And if you go down to the bottom, here people were the most, so I'm showing you the most. Total assets, $172 million, $506,402.01. And total liability, $50,986,000. So the little Don said boy I was calling me a while ago. Let me ask him a question. Now the Prime Minister 2020 statutory declaration list. He look all done.
No.
That is funny. Let me ask him a question.
Funny.
Now the Prime Minister 2020 statutory declaration. He look all done. I can't better say you leave the education system from basic school. You look all done. Now the Prime Minister statutory declaration this for 2022, for 2020. What is the Prime Minister total assets? One tell the Integrity Commission. 472 million.
73 million.
Yeah?
473.
We can round it off as related to posterity. 173 million. Not the time total assets.
Yeah. So there's a discrepancy of 300 million where I'm not declared on him statutory.
Okay. So after the tons at the posterity. You know how we show the document or you know how we tell the truth?
Them know how you the truth.
Is either I'm in the group on him Nancy, or I'm in the group on him I don't want to see, or I'm in the group can't see.
No.
So after the tons at the posterity. You know how we show the document or you know how we tell the truth?
Them know how you the truth.
Is either I'm in the group on him Nancy, or I'm in the group on him I don't want to see, or I'm in the group can't see. I might be in all three groups. Nancy, can't see, I don't want to see. So then, this is what we are saying. Yes, stop here. Because we don't need to dig in that and show people say. The Integrity Commission, as it relates to the period of discovery, would have handed over, right, certain information, and the Prime Minister Andrew Holness would have been cognizant. But prior to speak, because I'm in a hell and powder house and conundrum. Right? You know, things say the Prime Minister, if the Prime Minister was vindicated, the Prime Minister would have come out and ring out that loud and clear. Now, Melting Pot, we know, say, you are the opening batsman, but what up? Let me ease up the one. Melting Pot, rest about a while. Rest about for a while. Go on the legal advice of the law. So, Rattigan, let me talk to you. Now we are going into the detail. Let me push up. Rattigan, let me say this to you. The next program we are going, they have me and you. Let me talk to you, Rattigan. They have me, they have you, they have Andre Stevenson, they have Lonesome, they have Antigen, they have Anastabel Rose, right? Faith put out, you know. So we are the most wanted by the Jamaica Labour Party government, you know. We soon going to that. So I want to tell us, you understand, you're the wanted list.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the wanted list, you know. So it seems like it's a blessing to have two wanted men, one place, one time. So my well-learned friend, Brother Rattigan, based on what you have seen there, as it relates to Andrew Holness' statutory declaration, as it relates to the period 2020, that he said that, okay, right, it's total assets, everything, income, assets, and liability, everything is only $173 million. But yet, based on the Integrity Commission investigation, you have seen $475 million running through NCB. My well-learned friend, please talk to us.
Well, you know, you played a video where the gentleman from Nationwide Radio said that the audit was inconclusive.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the question I have for him was the audit inconclusive? No, wasn't. Was the investigation inconclusive? No, the investigation reached a roadblock because the Prime Minister refused to cooperate, and that's why his statutory declaration, along with the inquiry concerning illicit enrichment, is over at FID because he refused. But there's another part to it.
When Nationwide put out say, you know, the Integrity Commission is no longer investigating, has closed the investigation on Andrew. Yes, because the investigation is over by the FID now. You understand? That's why it's not that Andrew Holness is now certified. So all of the labor at them that has been saying that on the net, we mash down that lie. That is a lie. Stop spreading propaganda. Andrew Holness' statutory declaration is not certified. It cannot be until a proper investigation is done. Period.
I forgot the section, but they had the right to actually go to court and get an ex parte order forcing him to cooperate with the investigation. They didn't do that, and that's fatal in my estimation, because you have the right, you have the power, you have the authority, you have the legislation. Use it. They didn't. But be that as it may, you mentioned all the accounts. There are 4 accounts we didn't touch yet, you know. The 4 Scotiabank accounts that they found out that he didn't tell them about those 4. We had millions of dollars going. He had 2 with himself, his mother, and his sister. He had one. He had one with his father and his sister. And he had one with a constituency member that when he was asked about how your name appear on this bank account here, he said, "Why, I don't know. I told her that she should open up an account so that it would facilitate payment to her so she wouldn't have, electronic payment." And they say, "Yeah, but still, how your name appear on this?" Because everybody knows that to become a joint holder on an account, each even open an account, you have to go to the bank and you have to produce everything from birth to present. And you have to be there in present. So we don't say those 4 bank accounts, but you don't count them there yet, you know. Then there's another one. And this one.
them go to that account because you know you might try to move fast and them have 6 minutes. People, that is one of the biggest red flags. That lady in his that work for him, that has a joint account with him. How do you get a joint account at the bank without knowing about it? So is Andrew only saying that the bank is doing skullduggery? Is he blaming the bank? He doesn't know how his name appeared on an account? Guys, ask yourself, what is the process of having a joint account? Do you know the legal implications of a joint account? It's 2 signatures, you know? That's not a normal account, you know? How you doing, Patricia? That's not a normal account. How do you explain that you didn't know about it? Who believe Andrew Honest that he never know that? So the girl is supposed to get paid and she created a joint account and you never know about it for you to pay her. Like when you ask the question, it answers itself. Like, bro, what are you trying? You can't tell us you're an idiot. Him signature of it on the account. Is he saying that they forged? Is he saying that the bank forged this account? And that him I say? It have to have the 2 signature them. So I really don't know, guys. I just the whole report and his responses to certain things is beyond me. I am actually flabbergasted. You know when somebody get caught, you know when a pitney get caught in a lie and then just say anything? Like that's what I see. I see him getting caught in a lie and he's just saying anything. And expect people to believe it. And if you question it, he rejects you because he's the authority. He's God Almighty. How dare you question me? I have got to part 2 for this, you know, because I tell you, say, Daisy come in and Daisy go on the crocus bag of things. I have got to part 2 for this.
One is one that
Seriously.
really open. There's an account he opened with Citibank, and it's a US dollar account, checking account, and it had $713,528.27 in it.
US.
Now here's what happened. I just put up the report. It says here, and I find it kind of weird that they would do even 1.4 for the person who called you a while ago and you know, make himself a nuisance. Yeah. Sir, is a man or a woman? Man. Sir, just go to page 5 of the report, the Integrity Commission's report, page 5 of 171 pages, where they talk about the Prime Minister's financial history. Section 1.4. It says a major issue which arose was that the currency in which one of the omitted accounts was held, never tell them about the account, you know, was reported in United States dollars by the relevant financial institution instead of what ought to have been in Jamaican dollars. Now, people, you believe that? Think about it.
That's a lie.
You have to, remember you have to do an accounting. If you're a teller and you have to do an account, the bank do an accounting every day. Them no wait, them no do it every month, you know, or every year, every 6 months. It's every day them do it. Every day. And you're telling me, say, you open up a US bank account and them not realize until a year or 2 later that when the Integrity Commission came knocking on the door, they said, oh, yeah, oh, that's Jamaican dollars in a US dollar account.
But brother Ratigan, what you need to tell me? Reconciliation report.
In labor right them will believe Andrew Honest are Andrew Honest. Yo, Andrew Honest taking people feed that. You know, so I'm not sorry for no. I'm not sorry for no labor right there. Anyone on the way I defend anti-honest. Hey, anything befall no, I'm not sorry for no. I don't sorry for no. Yo, anti-honest. Why the people them for believe say the account when it in a US and the bank make a mistake at Jamaican dollars. Yo, we have a laughing and get mad to blows. I'm scared. Me know I'm straight to get mad. Oh my God. What a man wicked. Why? Yo! Andrew is the wickedest man on earth. Yo! The man is the wickedest man on earth. Yo, man, I feel like saying Yo! You man really to the blade that? Yo! You can't imagine being a member of the Integrity Commission and see Andrew Honest looking at your eye and say, yo, you don't know say bank fault. I really want Jamaican account in my general. They make a mistake at bank, man. They tell them we work at the bank, you know. Every day, you know. Make a integral mistake like that. How which one I bank them the account they did? Don't tell me say NCB. You know, so I'm going to rewind the tape. Hold on there. Make me, hold on there. Wait.
Make himself a nuisance. Sir, is a man or a woman? Man. Sir, just go to page 5 of the report, the Integrity Commission's report, page 5 of 171 pages, where they talk about the Prime Minister's financial history. Section 1.4. It says a major issue which arose was that the currency in which one of the omitted accounts was held, never tell them about the account, you know, was reported in United States dollars by the relevant financial institution instead of what ought to have been in Jamaican dollars. Now, people, you believe that? Think about it.
That's a lot.
You have to, remember you have to do an accounting. If you're a teller and you have to do an account, the bank do an accounting every day. Them not do it every month, you know, or every year, every 6 months. It's every day them do it. Every day. And you tell me, say, you open up a US bank account and them not realize until a year or two later that when the Integrity Commission came knocking on the door, they said, oh, yeah, oh, that's Jamaican dollars in a US dollar account.
But bro,
Andrew Honest is on another level, brother. Yo, him man a final boss now. Him my final boss of corruption. No. Him man dangerous. You can imagine? Oh, by the way, you know, 2.5 years ago when that account was created, that was a mistake on our part at the bank. It's not a US account, it's a Jamaican account. I know when me I laugh to. Melting pot are drinking milk, you know. A melting pot. It's a melting pot, yeah. And I have a chuckle. Melting pot, I didn't laugh a while ago, yeah, man. Like melting pot, I say, yo, hey, that brother, I want dangerous pressure. Jamaica, me have a laugh in a ball. Hey, it's a wicked man. We have to Prime Minister, you know? Hey, we have to get out this money fast, yeah, man. Father God, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you, Father God. Yes, man. Are you hungry to make we are wait? May I tell her that straight? No joke. Jesus. Help us, Lord, help us. This guy, Andrew Holness.
Reconciliation report, the reconciliation report would have picked up that.
Yes.
Right. Right.
And them never pick it up. Them never pick it up. 2023, I think them pick it up. And this happened, I think, 2021. 2021, yeah. He make the announcement. And it's 2023, them close the investigation because them say, yeah. It's Jamaican dollars in a US dollar account. Why can't we have that? Why? I think 2021. 2021, yeah. He make the announcement. And it's 2023, them close the investigation because them say, yeah. It's Jamaican dollars in a US dollar account. Why can't we all be that fortunate? Why can't we all be that fortunate that we put Jamaican dollar we put Jamaican, but the reverse, we put Jamaican dollar and then give a US dollar. Why can't we be that fortunate? Why? Then the other thing too is you mentioned you mentioned the 3 estate bridge,
Media,
Imperium, and the media company, right? But there's AdMat. When get the money from to start AdMat?
That's the question.
When get the money from? And AdMat was purchasing pricey properties in Jamaica. They never purchased, not like behind me, right? So they might purchase properties uptown.
Yes.
Where them get money from?
Over $55 million worth of properties.
Look, it's a hard sell, and also I saw the report where it said that they went to court and the court ordered the IC to provide them with the audit report. Is that true? Because it's the first time I'm hearing this.
Well, what we know that the court have the IC handed over the report to Andrew Holness' lawyer. So that has
the audit report.
Yes, they have it.
Yeah, and you see, again, I have believe me, if there's one job people may have beg enough to talk to the government for give me 2 jobs. Give me the integrity commission, make me bring my team inside there. And if you don't want the people go to jail, if you don't want the place clean up, give me that job there. Or give me the job of auditor general. Them not give me none of them 2 jobs. Them not give me none of them 2 jobs. Because believe me, I want to wrap my arms around the corruption of Jamaica, I want to strangle it. And them 2 organizations that will give me the opportunity when me need to strangle it. Because the first of all, under 50, what's it? Pastor Ricky, help me out. It's 56-1 and 53.
53,
yeah, 53-3 and 56-1. 56-1 said that if you are an employee of the Integrity Commission, you must regard all information that you see and you hear and all that as secret and confidential. You can't talk about it. And 53 said you can't talk about it until it's stable, which that is not quite true. It says that as long as it's being investigated by the investigation division, then you can't talk about it. But once it reaches the commission and the report has been finalized, you can't talk about it. But them afraid to talk about it. And notice, even after them turn it in and it's stable, them still not talk about it.
Yes.
So I don't know why they would have turned over this report to him. No, that they've given him the report. Why don't they come out and talk about what's in the report? Since him don't want to talk about it, because it's no longer strict, it's no longer secret and confidential. Them give it to him. So, and then them don't want to get. If you are filing an ATI, they won't give it to you. Right? They won't give it to you. So I don't understand that. But listen, this thing that you put up with the money going back and forth and through and up and out, and I mean, this is a killer. And the Prime Minister, if he's not watching now, and his cronies, his friends, his colleagues, his confederates, they're watching, I'm sure they're going to tell him. And you know what I go twep, because this is not good news. This cannot be good news. And I think I would.
Oh, really? That you can say you know what go twep. Yeah, man. Whoa, hey. No, but on a serious level. The man said something a while ago. It's a will radical. I highlight something I tell you, say, me I think about you and me I say, John, It's serious. Andrew is in trouble here. Andrew is in a serious trouble. He must have got twep right and over through. Because at the WikiLeaks document, they were missing drop plus the thing. And you know, me go fast forward because they show in a Pastor Ricky, let me see, if you soon come up. When Pastor Ricky did he did show it. I think he did show it, you know. Hold on.
Don't know who's. No, I think you, Lord Byron, just said that if the report was favorable, the audit report was favorable, they would have published that long time.
I said yes.
You said it.
Yeah,
that'll be front page news. It'll be all over.
Big man would have run with it.
Yes, him not in a good spot. Him not in a good spot right now. And you know what happened? One last point, and I'll yield. He must think and say to himself, say, that's why I try to hold on to power, you know. I try to hold on to power because, not because him think him can do good, not even better, but good for the Jamaican public, but because him want to save him skin. Because him know once you lose power, you don't have no currency. And this is what happened to the brother from Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
This is what happened with the Haitians, them. Magnitsky at work. Magnitsky at work. Magnitsky at work. So right. You can't afford to lose guys and say, but I'm lose. I praise my God.
Exactly.
The Magnitsky. The Magnitsky Act. Everybody need to go and sign the Magnitsky Act. Alright? Need to go and sign the Magnitsky Act. I think later on, I really have to do a part 2, you know. Or I just left it as is, guys. But there's so much. Yeah, man, see them going out there, some man. But me not people, me tired. Me tired people, me not telling them no lie. But wow. Boy, Willie Rattigan just. Hold on.
Yeah, 53.3 and 56.1. 56.1 said that if you are an employee of the Integrity Commission, you must regard Imperium and the media company, right? But there's ADMAT. When get the money from to start ADMAT? That's the question. When get the money from? And ADMAT was purchasing pricey properties in Jamaica. They never purchased, not like behind me, right? So they might purchase properties uptown. Yes. Where them get money from?
Over $55 million worth of properties.
Look, it's a hard sell, and also I saw the report where it said that they went to court and the court ordered the IC to provide them with the audit report. Is that true? Because it's the first time I'm hearing this.
Well, what we know that the court have the IC handed over the report to Andrew Holness' lawyer. So that
the audit report.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, and you see, again, I have believe me, if there's one job people may beg enough to talk to the government for give me 2 jobs. Give me the Integrity Commission, make me bring my team inside there. And if you don't want to see people go to jail, if you don't want to see the place clean up, give me that job there. Or give me the job of Auditor General. Them
to fully endorse Mr. Will Rattigan for the head of the Integrity Commission organization. I want to fully endorse. I want to say this to our future Prime Minister. Sir, the Right Honorable, the Most Honorable, Mark Jefferson Golding. Sir, no matter what them say. Wagwan Lloyd. Yeah man, may I forget some rest. May I finish up. No matter what them say. No matter what them say, Mr. Golding. Please, sir. This man is overqualified for the job. A retired FBI agent, supervisor. We can finally clean up Jamaica. You hear what I said? We can finally clean up the corruption in Jamaica. Mr. Golding, I am advocating, sir, for you when you get into office to hire Mr. Will Rattigan and his team. His team. Yes, his team. to come in and put some serious work into finding these transnational organized criminals, these domestic and foreign terrorists that is leeching off the wealth of the Jamaican people. I am asking you, sir, to seriously consider. And I want the people in the comment section, if you agree with me, when this live ends, I want you to advocate if you agree that Mr. Will Rattigan, all 85 of you right now, when I end this live, I want you to go right in the comment section if you agree with me that Mr. Will Rattigan should be the head of the Integrity Commission. If you agree, I said when the live has ended, guys, when the live has ended, I want you to go in the comment section when the live has ended and type, I am advocating for Mr. Will Rattigan to be the running the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General position, hand in hand, so we can really clean up Jamaica from the little criminal them that is here, sucking the country dry of its resources and pillaging and raping the people of their opportunities. Oh, and I also want to say to our people, before I end this reaction, the Magnitsky Act. Ronnie, so you doing? The Magnitsky Act. No, I did not, Ronnie's. The Magnitsky Act. Go and sign what Mr. Will Rattigan put out. Go and sign it. Go and sign it. Because when them lose the election,
time come, some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
Why, some are going to charge the corruption.
It's about when the time come, some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
Thank everybody that came through. Whether you came through later, you came through earlier, you passed through and left, and you come back. Everybody big up on yourself. For those that hit the like button, thank you guys so much. For those that share the live, thank you guys so much. Pat W, special shout out for the donation and the catch up. Thank you so much. Anybody want to buy me one new phone, feel free to hit me up, because I'm taking all the blessings and abundance, all the help. I need a new phone, guys. If you can buy me a new phone, want to make me know, I'll send you guys a shipping address so it comes straight to me here in Jamaica. Alright? Hit me up if you can afford to buy a boy a new phone. You don't have to know expensive fancy phone. Nice, decent Android, you understand? Oh Lord have mercy, my baby said more so I'm not even realize. Big up my Patricia Hutchinson for a consistent supporter of this platform monetarily and otherwise. Thank you so much, darling. I can't even look funny right now because this same phone. Remember, this is one I mash up, you know, see there? No capping on my rap, people. See there? Phone screen I get black. Ink a spread all over. In a Bible next 2 days, I can't see nothing on this phone. You understand what I say? So, I need a new phone. The screen for this alone $145 US, you know? I couldn't believe. I could have hardly find it. Hutchins, not Hutchins. Hutchins. Mrs. Patricia Hutchins. Or Miss Patricia Hutchins. Big up yourself, my love. Thank you so much. Sassy, big up yourself. Pat W, big up. Everybody, all I general them on the platform, big up on yourself. All I ladies them, the word is love. Ronnie's, big up yourself. Black Barbie, Big up yourself, Celine, East Portland, Ryan Campbell, Sassy D, Sassy 81. Big up everybody. Strawberry 10, that was at work listening. All of my dear ones them. The word is love. Big up on yourself here. As I said, storm up the comment section and let me know if you don't agree with Mr. Will Rattigan being the next running the Integrity Commission so we can clean up Jamaica. I'm out. Our this under my nose. Big up Vice Cartel. Mary, big up yourself. Big up yourself. We say it soon day in Jamaica? Alright, Patricia. Say no more, my darling. Say no more. We'll talk.